And Toey's out there, ladies and gents, with the toss.
Yep. And it's YCW who have won the toss. Jai Coughlin and Kevin Lilac, Jai captain, kicking towards the bay end in this opening quarter.
So that's interesting, boys. So they've chosen the end with a bit more slop. I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult for forwards to come straight out from the goals down there and clunk marks, because obviously it's going to slow them down quite a lot. So pretty big for Bonbeach to jump on this start, I would have thought.
But with no wind, perfect conditions, it's probably not a big deal today, the toss. It wouldn't have been something that they would have agonised over like those windy days we had during the year where, you know, coaches and captains were talking for probably half an hour before the game which way to go. Today it would have been just, let's just go with what we feel comfortable with. Yeah,
I guess they warmed up down that end of the ground, so why not stay at that end of the ground? Obviously today, the scoring, it's going to be who can score. I mean, generally the game is one who can score the most, but I mean, you look at points for throughout the year, it was YC kicking, an average of 10-4 a game, and Bonbeach 13-7. So I mean, Bonbeach are the highest scoring team, and that's massive going into today, gents.
Yeah, that's what does sway me a little bit towards Bonbeach. But YC always do find a way to get the job done. That's why I just don't think YC kicks enough of a score, and particularly with Bonbeach here. It's interesting now if we look at the way they're going to line up. We've got Hewlett's definitely playing forward, Dennis Lane is definitely playing forward, and Shane McDonald is just hanging around the midfield, but I think he's trying to maybe play a little bit of ducks and drakes here. If he doesn't...
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go forward.
He's going forward. Yeah, he's going forward. And then for the YCW side, we've got Brun obviously forward. We've got Butland forward. But big job for Butland today. He didn't have a very good second semi-final. He needs to really produce today. He's got perfect conditions. We've got Hodson and we've got Minchington in the forward line. Painter, who's had a great year. And Debonati is also in the forward line there.
Butland certainly needs to have a big game, doesn't he? I mean, like we said, they haven't been scoring highly, but with his mate Anthony Brun in there today, he hasn't had him all year. He was probably going to get the second best defender. He'll get Jackson Sol today by the looks of things. Yeah. So, probably a little bit easier on him, I guess, not getting the best defender.
It's interesting how they set up. I think they're going to have Hodson as the go-to. Riley Hodson will be the go-to player.
So up they go for the opening bounce of the 2017 Grand Final. Head over the footy straight away. That's wonderful work out of there by Jackson Casey. One goes backwards. Head over the footy. Gets well tackled there by Riley Hodson. And the umpire will come in and bounce. There's going to be plenty of spite in this game, boys.
Yeah,
I've been told straight up that Bonbeach are going to be hard at it and hard at the man all afternoon. Jones gets up. Hutchison, he roved the footy, dives on the ground. They dive on top of him.
Yeah, I'd like in our first semi-final, they targeted Bongo. They just went at Bongo all day, and they'll probably do the same here with probably Hutchie, I'd say.
So up they go. It was Eames who got the tap down. Douglas is in there. Hutchison's in there as well. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. So as we said, Frankston YCW kicking towards the bay end in this quarter.
Interesting to see Ongarello gets the job on Trent Dennis Lane today.
Yeah, and Lilac, as we tipped, has got McDonald. And then here, Credlin's got that one back behind the ball where Bonbeach has pushed an extra to the stoppage. And now Credlin's got a 2v1 with Ongarello on Dennis Lane.
So Eames, Jones got the tap. This is where he's dangerous at ground level. He almost got the handball received. Could have been a free kick for in the back there on McDonald.
Good tackle again, though. This is where YC was so good against Edithvale. Their tackle pressure was super.
Bo Bailey it was. Back in the half-forward line. Hutchison got tackled without it. Eames, fresh airy. Pushing the back there. Could have been. Umpire said no. So we saw and heard the direction of the umpires before the first bounce, and it was just to let things go and reward the tackles.
Which I liked. I like that. It was good.
Ash Eames got the tap. Ball hits the deck. Geez, there's a little handball that comes over Bailey. They're out if he got the handball out. Lilac, little quick kick. Not sure it got the journey. Painter well tackled, brought to ground. And not a lot Painter could do about that one. He thought it was a mark.
He tried the fake there, but there was no way. That was about 7 metres, that kick.
Maybe he didn't hear it with the size of the crowd.
Big crowd, massive noise out there. Tyrrell kicks the ball. Barry couldn't get it, spills over the back. There's Byron, gets a little handball on Gorello. How organised are they down there already? And out the back was Anthony Barry. Left footer goes along the line up towards Coughlin. Couldn't take the mark. Little handball, Justin Bennett. He brings the ball to ground. They dive on top of him now, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. Atmosphere out there, boys, was electric.
Yeah, it is. It's such a good day. It's good to see so many people in the community come out to watch this great game of footy.
And if you're not around or you're not at the ground today, of course, you can watch it on Facebook and YouTube. We had over 20,000 hits watching yesterday afternoon, including some of the boys from the Adelaide Crows, Paddy Swain, who were tuning in. So Miles Paholke and some of his boys. So plenty of people getting on board and watching our coverage.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
People watching on their smart TV at home, Tony, there's just so many ways to do it.
Yeah, there are. So if you're not at the ground today, you're not fortunate to be here because it's a wonderful afternoon. Make sure that you're tuning in on the radio, 98.7, 98.3, or of course you can tune in through YouTube or Facebook as well as the ball's locked inside the half-forward line for Frankston YCW out on the outer side of the ground.
It's interesting, Lockie Wallace has started on the interchange, but he might be rotating through the midfield today, I think.
So the ball spills out, Lilac just hovering. Trying to escape there was Scotty McLeod. Dylan Jones wrapped him up and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. Outer side of the ground, half forward.
Do you think Hughes would be happy with this setup where Byron Barry's loose here by himself? If Bonbeach win this stoppage, he's going to be able to impact that next contest.
So it was actually interesting. The national anthem was about to start and Byron just glanced across, gave me a wink. I said good luck to him, just whispered good luck, and he was just so nonchalant standing in that huddle there as the ball gets kicked towards half forward.
There's that bloke.
There he is, Anthony Barry goes across on Garello. Not sure what to do. Well corralled then by Trent Dennis-Lane, but he's got some options on the outer side of the ground. Eames gave it across to Tony Lester. Left foot kick looking for Brun. Couldn't take the mark for the ball. Little handball comes out. Geez, he got whacked. Not sure who that was, but he's down and he looks sore at the moment. Little handball comes out. Bailey goes up the line. There he is again, Anthony Barry. Chops it off. Little kick goes towards LaFontaine. Further one, Lester. Right foot, Scooter. McLeod takes the mark at half forward.
That was good by Dylan Jones. We know he does push forward, but that marking contest then with Brun in the forward line, he was the one who came and chopped it off. So he's going to work between both arcs today, which is really good.
And he was patient then, was McLeod, and allowed Debenham to run into a little bit of space. And he'll have a shot for goal from about 50 metres. It'll need to be a good kick. He's going to try and hit the top of the square. Looking for the Crummers. Minchington, usually dangerous in this situation. Well tackled down there by Mark Douglas, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. Second game in 14 weeks for Paul Minchington, Swaney.
Yeah, it is a big ask, and especially, he probably would have liked that consistency of maybe playing through the final series, but they've had a week off, and then they've won again and had another week off. So, but yeah, interrupted preparation for him.
Gary Carpenter comes to the members' side of the ground, looking the big fella there in Jones. Couldn't find him for the ball. Left foot kick that came there from Lockie Wallace, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
Bailey Williams is on there for his first run. Wearing number 63 today in the flashy green boots.
So a little kick in. The umpire's bringing it back. So Lockie Williams.
Lockie Williams, sorry, not Bailey Williams. He plays for Pines. Paul Williams' son. Yeah.
So it'll be Gary Carpenter to bring the ball back into play. Butland stands the mark. Back pocket. No inside 50s yet for Bonbeach as the ball goes towards Hewlett. For the ball, who's there? Bailey. That handball was too slick. Debenham, little short pass was a ripper. Lovely mark, lovely pass. It was to Paul Minchington, who's terrific in front of his eyes and above his head, Lockie.
Rewind that back. Where did that come from? Carpenter kicking out long. Who impacted the contest? Eames. Then they get the rebound off there through Debenham. Easy hit up, shot on goal. They've got to use their feet and get the ball out the other side of the ground.
And if it's not Eames, it's going to be up there, affecting that ball. You saw Byron Barry go up against him last time as Minchington walks in and kicks the first of the afternoon.
He does, kicks the first goal, and the Stonecats are on the board. 1 goal straight, 6 points, and Bonbeach yet to score.
Now you think early, Paddy, Byron Barry, Anthony Barry, they're just lapping up those quick entries that Bonbeach are trying to get at the moment. Do you put that extra forward back if you're Hughesy?
Yeah, definitely. You go the 6-on-6. I think they're good at stoppages anyway. They don't need an extra player at the stoppage, and they don't need an extra player behind the ball. Their backline's been doing the job. They've got to make the YCW backs accountable.
So we're back in the centre of the ground again. Eames versus Jones. It was Jones who got the tap for the ball. Tyrrell well tackled straight away. Hutchison ferocious at the contest. Ball locked inside. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again.
He's got on the 6 now. They've got rid of that. Oh, no, see, Vasolo's going up to the contest now, which is and going way too early, because now just Coghlan will just drop straight off.
So Eames, he got the tap out, comes out there to McLeod, left foot kick, Lockie Wallace goes inside the forward half. Who's down, lurking there was Riley Hodson, but the ball spills out. Mark taken down there to Jack Williams, who wins the footy.
Good pressure by Mitchington there, though. That was encouraging.
So Williams has got the ball inside defensive 50, outside of the ground, goes long, ball spills over the back. Byron Barry's got some work to do. Hot on his hammer there was Hogan. Ball spills towards the wing position. Plenty of players around this contest again, and the umpire will be forced to come in and throw the ball up.
Good commitment there. I think that was Credlin who put his head over the ball really courageously then.
So up we go again. Ball spills. No one was decisive. Hutchison, he's right into the contest. Tyrrell and also Jackson Casey are all over him like a rash.
Tackling pressure been fantastic from both sides early in those congestions early, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. See, Bonbeach has got they're playing Gary Carpenter as a spare, so their wingman's going into the stoppage, which means Fasolo's got to come up to that wing who's playing on a half forward, and then that allows Coghlan or Barry or whoever to drop off.
And there goes now Ryan Santon, kicks the ball inside, looking there for Brun. Left foot kick, goes to the top of the square, fell over at the critical stage. There was Debenham, so the foot race is on. Well done there by Carpenter. It was, no it wasn't, it was Bailey. Picked up though by Barry. Attacking the footy there was Butlin. Comes back out to Barry. Went the don't argue. Then he fights for the free kick. And he's got picked for holding the ball. Great call.
Yeah, well done by the umpire then.
Didn't get sucked in. Had to keep an eye on that one because he did duck his head. Well done by the umpire.
That was great vision by Brunnan. It was just that pocket that or that patch of rough stuff that Vossi pointed out where Debenham slipped over.
So Carpenter, defensive 50, members side of the ground, goes long. Hewlett couldn't get involved in that contest. Jones dropped the mark. Credlin's got Barry, that's Byron. Ongarello now through the middle of the ground. Little left foot chip pass over the head there of Mitchington. He did well. Got a little handball there to Coghlan. Chopped off. Good play. Tyrrell, pressure. Outstanding by YC. No. Against Ongarello. Not sure what for.
I think he said tripping.
Yeah, no, just dived on the footy, and it's what that new rule that comes in. You can't dive on the footy if someone's standing at the contest.
Tyrrell gave the kick towards McDonald, but Lilac did well. Now we're centred. This bloke's going for number 8, boys. Craig Nankervis. He created a record last year with 7. He's going for 8 this year. Taking the footy there, Ryan Santon kicks up the line. Dylan Jones goes back and takes the mark. Like something he sees in the middle of the ground. Good kick it was. Bennett runs to the centre of the ground, goes towards 50. Hewlett's in the bag here, needed to take that mark. Dropped it. Recovery was all right. Ongarello was hard at the contest as well.
Hewlett was nervous on Wednesday night doing the game face, but he looks even more nervous today. That contest around here, he was a bit shaky in the marking contest. He just needs to take a few deep breaths and just attack the ball. So
Hewlett now doing the ruck work. Did okay there. McDonald attacked the footy hard. Little handball out to Tyrrell. Kick inside. Santon's there. It wasn't McDonald, it was Fasalo, who fell over at the critical stage. Goal into the middle of the ground. Taking the mark there was Dylan Jones. Tunnel vision. Goes long. Looking for a teammate. Couldn't find him. Gil Renouf. Ball hits the deck. Gil Renouf went without it again, so YC able to get the numbers. Williams goes after it, couldn't trap it. Ball goes over the line and out of bounds, out of sight of the ground.
That build-up to Hewlett, though, was a much better build-up because Jones didn't kick the ball down the line. He brought it 45 into the middle to Bennett, and then they could change that angle and get it out the side of the ground, and Hewlett just couldn't take the grab.
So Macklin Rain in the ruck now. Jones was there. Rain did the roving. Ball comes out into the middle of the ground. They got runners. Left foot kick came from Sykes. Goes towards half forward. Lilac was strong in the contest for Solo. Gives it to McDonald. Runs to 40. Open goal and nails it. Kicks the first for the Sharks and scores a level. 1 goal straight, 6 apiece. We've played 11 and a half. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thursday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
So important to get Shane McDonald in the game early, and no better way than running into an open goal and the little champion nailing it. So Hogan
against Rain. Hogan got the tap. Out they go again. That was good on the outside. Left foot kick now from the Sharks. Goes towards Hewlett again. Almost pulled it down. McDonald tapped it there to Vassilo. Under pressure. Byron Barry cool. Gave it to Baby Huey in Rain. Goes long with the kick. Looking there for Painter. They got some numbers back. Free kick. Who's it going to?
She's Bonbeach are getting a lot of frees.
They are.
Working out their way.
Sykes is getting this one in the contest against Luke Painter. So Brad Sykes on the wing position, member side of the ground, went for the barrel. Not sure that was any good, but Luck's a fortune. Spills inside. Trent Dennis Lane caught behind, went for the handball. Good handball. Good pick-up it was from Byron Barry. Goes towards Coughlin, attacking the footy there. Was wonderful play, Jackson Casey. Gil Renouf now, big tackle. Ball spills out. Little up and under it was. Couldn't get it there. Were the Sharks, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. No, he won't. He's given away a free kick. Or he's given the free kick.
No attempt to get rid of it, I think.
And that was against Ferraro.
Interesting, though, because you see Lockie Wallace at the bottom of the pack there with the footy.
Very hard to get rid of if you haven't got it.
So Wallace thought about crossing the field, decides to go up the line. Debenham, he was pretty sharp in there. That was good. Gave it to LaFontaine. That handball wasn't great, though. Head over the footy. LaFontaine gets it back now. Runs to half forward. Look at this. Opens it up. Butland takes the mark uncontested.
Great kick.
It was great second effort from LaFontaine. He coughed up the first handball and then he charged after it again to try and make amends, and he did.
But just back on that forward entry, I mean, Sykes has it at half back, and inboard he's got Hogan and Bo Bailey by themselves, and we saw last week that's where they were playing their best footy against EDS when they did look inboard.
So Butland goes in to have a shot for goal, and I think he might have pushed it across the face. He has through for a behind.
So just, I mean, and he blaze away with that big torpedo punt, you know, into a 2-on-1. So just got to be smarter with that, because it's like Paddy said before with their build up into Owen Hewlett. They went inboard and make sure they entered through instead of blazing away.
So McDonald kicks the ball out wide, outer side of the ground. Laying the big tackle there was Ben Hogan. The umpire says, give it to me. We'll throw the ball back into play.
Yeah, they've got to lower their eyes, and Sykes, he does a lot of good things with the ball, but he can also do some silly things, and that, yeah, going the barrel was probably not the smartest thing he's done.
So Hogan over the back. Good little pick-up it was. There's McDonald runs through. They're running in waves. There's Jackson Casey. This kick needs to be good. Dennis Lane versus Ongarello. Dennis Lane almost did well. Wonderful play, Ongarello. He might be hurt, though. That was head high, no doubt about that. Both eyes for the footy. Nothing malicious in that at all. But Ongarello won the free kick just as well because they're away. Defensive 50 for the Stone Cats. Ongar. It's going to come out wide to Coughlin. Not a great kick. It's going to go out of bounds. It does. So, not good there by Christian.
I think Ryan Santon was in that sort of hole. He needed to get moving more to try and make it an easier kick for Ongers. He just was sort of standing in the hole there.
So, the two number one ruckmen are in battle again. Jones and Eames. It was Jones who got it for solo. He laid a tackle. Opponent didn't have the footy. That was Lester.
Yeah, he's a good play, Lester, though. He just didn't sook about it. He just arms out and said, any chance for free?
So, umpire Denley throws the ball in the air. Good play there by Jones. Geez, they were out then. Tyrrell needed to be cleaner. Bailey. Handballs to space. He's going to get a free kick. Is the youngster in Bo Bailey. Probably too far out to score from here. Trent Dennis Lane wants it. He goes out that way now. He's going to have to beat three. Geez, he almost did. Ball hits the deck. Right hand handball came there from Trow. Little snap around the corner. Wasn't a great effort.
They're two important players, though, in that forward line. Gil Renouf and Trow, both of them get their hands on the ball. And Bonbeach just haven't been able to take that mark inside. They've had opportunities to take a mark inside 50, just haven't sealed the deal.
Well, Hewlett and Dennis Lane now have both dropped one that they should have taken. Ball comes out, right foot kick. Goes towards half back. Pack flies. Painter couldn't take the mark. Spills to ground level. Bruns there in the attack, in the defensive side of the ground. And as we speak, there's not one player now. There's two. Jackson Soul and Macklin Rain. In the forward half of Frankston YCW's side of the ground. Up they go. Hogan got the ball down. Diving on top of it. Lucky to get away from that Lockie Wallace. Plenty of numbers around the footy, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
Interesting to see, gentlemen, that we see Ash Eames and Tom Hogan in a ruck together, and Macklin Rain goes forward, as does Dylan Jones.
Yeah, it is interesting. This forward setup is actually quite good for YC, though, because if they can get the ball over the back with Brun's speed, Painter's speed, I won't say Rain's speed, but if they can get the ball over the back there, they'll be in the box seat.
So the ball's at half forward for the Sharks. It's 1-1-7 YCW. Bonbeach 1 straight 6. We've played 17 minutes. Ball hits the deck. Trowell attacks it. Can he pick it up? He does. It wasn't. It was Bailey. Now it's Painter. Little handball out. Hutchison. He couldn't gather it. It's tunnel ball out there at the moment. The umpire will come in and throw it up again.
It's pretty much what we expected, though, isn't it? Really low scoring. Both sides have got good defence. YC's not a heavy scoring side, but they're a really good defensive side. So goals are going to be a premium today.
Hogan got the tap over the top there of Ash Eames. Ball hits the deck. Numbers jump on top of it, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. So a wonderful crowd here this afternoon. Lots of hats, as you can see in the crowd. You can even see bald men blocking the sun with their hands, wishing that they'd brought a hat to the ground this afternoon. Numbers over the footy. Another stoppage. 1-1-7 to 1 straight 6. 18 minutes gone opening quarter. Runners are doing plenty of work out there today too, boys, so far.
And you've noticed both coaches have stopped the spares now. They've all just manned each other up.
So trying to get through. Eames got his foot to it. Jesus, a bit of slipping over. Comes out towards Santon, spills out Bailey. What can he do? Sweeping handball. He's got Sykes on the left side. He is. Kicks it to the top of the square. He is decked when he kicked it from Byron Barry. And it allowed Trent Dennis-Lane to have a shot for goal in the goal square.
He did that well, Sykes. He drew that play. He knew he was going to cop the heat. Took the blow knowing he was more than likely going to get a downfield free kick.
So Trent Dennis-Lane booted 5 in the last final. This to put his first one through for the afternoon. He's a beautiful set shot, more times than not. So Trent Dennis-Lane to put Bonbeach in front. 1 straight 6 to 1-1-7 it is at the moment.
You can tell Byron Barry doesn't come off the ground very often. He just come off the ground then when he started heading towards the Bonbeach bench.
Kicks the goal, does Trent Dennis-Lane. They kick their second. They lead by 5 points. 2 straight 12 to 1-1-7. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Winter is flowing in and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered with stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach. Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
And welcome back. 2 straight 12 to 1-1-7. 5 points the difference. 19 and a half gone. They'll be happy with this start, Paddy. Bonbeach.
Oh, definitely. And they need to be. If you look at their second halves, they haven't won a second half in the finals so far. So they'll need to be a fair way in front at half time. You know, maybe 3 or 4 goals in front at half time.
So no change to their side from their preliminary final win, of course. YCW just with the one change. Lockie Williams comes in. Angus Wright went out of the side, went back to the under-19s and won the medal for best on ground as the ball hits the deck. There he is again. Justin Bennett kicked it to half forward, was chopped off there by Nankervis. Santon's got a bit of work to do. He's got Bennett hot on his hammer. That was good play. Jack Williams, in fact, it was. Probably could have got one for high, I reckon. The umpire said, no, give it to me and we'll reboot play. On the wing position, members side of the ground. Massive crowd here this afternoon for the Peninsula Division Grand Final in the MPNFL. Ball hits the deck. Lockie Wallace tried to charge through. They're all hanging off him. And he went to ground. Didn't like the attention he got either from Jackson Casey. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
So YCW had the first 5 inside 50s, and Bonbeach have had 9 of the last 10, so it's 9-6 in favour of Bonbeach at this stage.
Great work, Fossey. Thanks to Aftercare Australasia. Those statistics, Anthony Brunn takes a sliding mark. Too far out to score. He's about 55. Goes in short now. Butland makes the lead. Couldn't take it. Minchington slipped over the back. Trying to get it through there was McLeod. He was well tackled. Minchington's second effort was outstanding. And they lock it up, though, the Sharks' defence, and the umpire will throw the ball up about 20 metres out from goal, right forward pocket, Bay End here at Frankston Park.
He's been tremendous so far, Minchington, with his second efforts. Really, obviously playing 2 games in the last 14 weeks. You don't expect him to have those second efforts, but he's been good with that so far.
Yeah, and he was stiff not to take that mark, just then sliding in from the back. Butland's judgment's all over the place, so he underran that ball terribly.
So, umpire Dennerley. He's got the ball in the pocket. There's a fair bit going on off the ball. Jackson Soul and McLeod trying to crash his way through. Geez, he got his foot to it. They're attacking the ball now. Numbers there. Brunn almost went it. Bennett's trying to work hard in there. So is Williams.
Oh, big call.
He's not sure what that was for.
He was holding the ball, but
I don't think he was, Paddy.
Nah.
He never took clean possession of it.
It was absolutely red hot, boys. It was holding the ball and it was red hot.
It was bubbling and bobbling in his hands. He didn't take clean possession of it.
no, and they've been umpiring really well. That was just an anomaly.
So Anthony Brunn to put the Stone Cats back in front. They trail by 5 points. 1-1-7 to 2 straight 12, and Bruns missed it, I reckon. Pushed it across the face. Poetic justice. Karma.
Footy
Whatever
gods.
you like.
Footy gods?
Footy gods. I like that better. 1-2-8 to 2 straight 12. 22 minutes gone in this first quarter of the 2017 Peninsula Division Grand Final.
Karma bus, maybe.
Yep, indeed.
But they, like, for a low-scoring side, they've had their last 2 set shots. They've kicked points. It could come back to hurt them.
Shane McDonald to bring the ball back into play. Goes in short. Geez, this needs to be a good kick. It was. Finds Gary Carpenter, who takes the mark. Not sure where to go, so he's just going to go long and strong down the line. Geez, that was a mongrel punt. Goes out towards Hogan. He couldn't take the mark for the ball. Ball bobbling around. Tack on the footy there was good. It's going to go down there towards Ferraro, I think. No, Casey. Gave it off immediately to Williams, who's been really good early. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Hewlett with a couple to beat. Dennis Lane. The ball doesn't trap, though. Jones was running forward, so was the hyphen in Dennis Lane. But the chalk beat them all.
Perfect day, and there hasn't been a lot of marks, like a lot of pack marks. It will happen. There's still probably a few nerves out there.
There's McDonald at the fall. Casey, he got one high. Umpire said nothing in it. So the ball spills out. Geez, they were off. They were on that occasion. Ben Hogan with his head over the footy. They're hot on his hammer, though. There goes Williams running towards the boundary line. The boundary line beat them all. So a few errors out there from both sides, as you'd expect early.
Yeah, just struggling to get their proper possession on the footy, aren't they? Just really struggling to get possession, to get those sticky hands going.
So half forward line, outer side of the ground. Eames just pushes Hogan off the footy. That's holding the footy every day of the week, according to the rules. And it's Shane McDonald is the beneficiary of that at half back. Kicks the ball long. Needs to be a good kick. He's on his... Oh, geez, he slipped over at the critical stage. That wasn't good there from Campitelli. Ball comes out to Wongarello. He's got Santon. Goes long. Short quarter. And LaFontaine smashes it over the line and out of bounds. So quarter time, Bonbeach 2 straight 12, YCW 1-2-8. It's 4 points the difference in favour of the Sharks. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
It's a good tackle.
It is a ripper, and he didn't like it either there from Hutch, so he gets straight back in his face.
Interesting, Bo Bailey's half-forward flank rather than up on the wing.
So, good play there by Eames again. There's Hutchison. He crashed into the footy, and his second effort was terrific. That was wonderful out of the stoppage there. Gil Renouf goes in short. He gets it back, goes towards half forward. Hewlett needs to take this one. That'll give him a little bit of confidence. Got his hand on the footy. Now he's got McDonald moving for him. Took a little bit too long to get it to him, and it allowed the cavalry to come across and chop it off.
I can't believe McDonald didn't identify that Gil Renouf had kept following through, then was running in by himself. He just had to hold there, so Gil Renouf had an easy mark over the top, but he came forward to the ball and ended up being a 2-on-1.
Certainly a good confidence builder for Owen Hewlett, though. They're coming out and taking them up.
Yeah. Right forward pocket, ball comes back into play. Right foot kick came from Anthony Barry. Only as far as Jones, though, who took the mark at half forward, likes something he sees, was chopped off, wasn't a great kick. Ball spills down. LaFontaine, he's got Byron Barry, uses him, kicks it out towards the wing position. Jackson Soul, he's got good foot pace, goes through. Little handball out was good towards Flannery. He was tackled well, though, and the ball eventually spills over the line out of bounds.
Hutchie's coming off, Kyle Hutchison's coming off limping here. Might need a little bit of treatment.
So the umpire to throw the ball back into play, does so now. Eames and Jones. Jones got the tap. Almost had to do the roving work himself. LaFontaine tries to keep it in front of himself. Good work there by... It was Benny Hogan that time, I think. Second effort was okay. Good play, LaFontaine kept his feet. Tyrrell snatched it from him then, gave it over to Casey. Little right foot kick out wide was nice. He's got a couple out there. Ferraro gave it to Bailey. Little short pass in, nice. Gave it to Trent Dennis Lane on the lead.
Really good play. Really good play. And when you think about where that stoppage started, they put the ball at this side. Just changing those angles will have such an impact on the way they move the ball and will make YCW's defence, adjust.
It's where they really played well last week, I found, against EDS. Their lateral movement was fantastic, and just the vision coming out of those quick congestions has been fantastic.
So Dennis Lane's booted 70 goals this season, one in this game so far, unloads from 50, not going to get the journey. Ball hits the deck, off the ground. I think he's kicked the goal, has he?
Nah, touch.
Right, I thought that might have been Shane McDonald who was there, and Vassilo was in there as well. They come off one of their boots, but a rush behind. So the first behind for the Sharks, 2-1-13, YC 1-2-8. Out of side of the ground, massive fly. Gary Carpenter took a ripper. Defensive 50, plays on. Little chip pass. He sits it on the head there of Dennis Lane. Wasn't great. Casey, handballs out. Attacking the footy was Gil Renouve. They've still got the numbers there. Tyrrell brought to ground there by Jai Coughlin.
That was a great fly by Gary Carpenter. I don't think he gets his jumping ability off his dad, though. I think it must have come from the mother's side.
So the ball goes up again. Jones versus Ian. Jones decisive. Casey tackled immediately. The umpire will come in and throw it up again.
Dylan Jones has started this quarter well, hasn't he? Like, he's starting to get his hands on the ball, which is really important for
Getting
Bonbeach.
high too.
Yep.
So wasn't able to win that one though. Ball gets kicked out up towards Douglas and Brun, and Douglas takes the mark in front of Brun. Needs to have a massive game today, does Douglas. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Lilac versus McDonald. Lilac, 2 grabs. There's not many players in the competition who can beat him for strength. He's one of them. And he showed why then. Barry gave it to LaFontaine. He's got inside. Lockie Wallace needs to be quick. He is. Kicks the ball long. Butland in the van at the back. Takes the mark. Great kick to advantage.
See those the two marks that Butland's taken have both been those kicks over the top, which Jackson Sol's probably got to not let him allow him to have the goal side and make him hit up to the ball. And
you said that's why you think Douglas was gonna go to Brun, just because he can work him under the ball.
Yep. So Butland comes in for goal now and puts it through. Great start to the Stone Cats. 2-2-14, Bonbeach 2-1-13, 4.5 gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
So, the Stone Cats draw first blood in this second quarter. As Paddy Swain said, in the last couple of finals, 7 goals they've booted in the second quarter, Bonbeach, but YC have been able to get one on the board straight away. 2-2-14, Bonbeach 2-1-13, point the difference. Great play, McLeod kicks the ball inside 50 again. Ball spills out the back, going hard after it there was Riley Hodson, couldn't gather it. Flannery, well tackled. Umpire forced to come in and throw it up.
So if you look where Eames has put himself here, behind the ball, 40 off the stoppage. If Bonbeach has come straight forward out of this stoppage, he'll be in the box seat.
Jones taps the ball down. Head over the footy there. It was Minchington. Brought to ground. They dive on top of him. The umpire will come in and throw it up. It's umpire Josh Shields down there. So we're about 35 metres directly out of the YC goal. Geez, charging through there was Deberman. He went without the footy though. Brought to ground, free kick in the back. It's going to go to
Lockie Wallace.
It is.
It's interesting with now Rain in the forward line. It means that Jones has to get in and compete at those stoppages, which is allow Eames to drop back. If it was Brun going in the ruck, Douglas could do the ruck and Jones could stay out. So it's a good move there by Cappy.
So Lockie Wallace comes in, needs the goal, kicks the goal. They extend the margin. It's a game high now. 7 points, 3 goals, 2-20. Bonbeach 2-1-13.
They're in foreign territory now, Bonbeach. As I said, they've been dominating those second quarters. Now to be on the back foot in the second quarter, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond.
And a good afternoon too to Rab City, a special family member here at RPPFM, going through a bit of a tough time with his family. So from all of us here, Rab, we wish you and your family all the very best in this tough time. Our thoughts are with you. So 7 points the difference, 3-2-20 to 2-1-13. 6.5 gone, second quarter. Eames and Jones, they need to respond here, Bonbeach. Kicked the last two. Frankston YCW. Little handball came out, was good. Goes up there towards Hewlett. Dropped another one he should have taken. It was a chest mark. BJ Credlin. He can't pick it up either. Just taps it ahead of himself. Santon gave it to Barry. Gave the don't argue. Back to Santon. Goes in short. Good pass it was. Scooter McLeod's got some work to do. Went without it there was Jackson Casey. Comes out now. Manane. Little handball out to Flannery. Attacking the footy there was Wallace. He just charged through. Right foot bender. Can't bring it back.
Geez, the tackle pressure of YCW, it's really, really impressive. Really impressive. There's no time or space for the Bonbeach players at the moment.
Under pressure every time they get possession, aren't they? And tackling to hurt as well, making sure that they really push them into the ground and really, imposing themselves.
And that shot on goal, they came from a drop mark. Forward thrust by Bonbeach. Hewlett couldn't, I think he's putting too much pressure on himself, thinking he's playing on a good player in Credlin, which he is, but just back yourself to take the ball.
So, ball comes out wide, looking for Jones. Eames got himself in a great position. Here goes Williams into the side this week, 50 metres, boundary line. That's why he's been brought into the side. Kicks the goal for the Stone Cats and they extend. 4-3-27, 2-1-13. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
We've all had regrets, but your home loan shouldn't be one of them. At Bendigo Bank, we know a great rate means nothing without great service. Bendigo Home Loans. When it's time for you to settle, have no regrets.
Well, he's justified the selection at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, Pat.
Yeah, that out of a stoppage, pressure goal on the run and didn't deviate, did it?
It didn't. Straight through. He knew the minute it left the boot, he was celebrating, so they just got to hang on here. Do Bonbeach because they're really turned up a gear here as they go to half forward again, trying to get his way out of trouble. There's Riley Hodson. He's going to get pinged. No. Umpire said he had no prior, but it's locked at half forward again for the Stonecats. Inside 50s this quarter, Vossi.
5-3 in favour of YCW.
Jones gave the ball down. Hutchison went the tackle.
Interesting thing is YCW's, they kicked 4 goals. Half of those, 2 of them have come from midfielders, Lockie Wallace and Lockie Williams.
So Jones taps the ball down. Little left foot kick came from Williams again. Sykes needed to attack the footy. Did. Great play there. Santon tried to knock him off the footy. Painter, 25 goals this year for the Stonecats. Can't add to it on this occasion. Has to give the ball back to the umpire.
Something Wayne Capp touched on too, Toby, when you spoke to him, was he's going to really rely on his midfielders pushing down and kicking goals today.
So Macklin Rain taps the ball down. Trying to crash through there was Lilac. There's Lockie Wallace, right foot snap, Debenham. There's another one. Another one of their kids kicks the goal for the Stonecats. And that's number 5, and it's dangerous territory now for the Sharks.
It definitely is, and you think about those last 2 goals have come out of stoppages, which has been Bonbeach's big go. This is what's got them into the grand final, has been their stoppage work, and now they find themselves really on the back foot at those stoppages. So Big Eames is having an impact getting his hands on the ball. There's no one else really. Hogan haven't really got any other ruckman. If Jones can't get his hands on the ball and Eames is dominating these stoppages, they haven't really got an answer.
He's just stopping his run at it, isn't he? Ash Eames just sticking his big hand in his chest and not allowing Jones to go at the footy.
Yeah. So there it is again. Hutchison, just as easy as you like, took it out of there. McDonald needs to get out of this congestion. Did so. That was good work by Sykes. He heard the call. Jackson Casey slipped out the back. Little chip pass was nice. Finds Dylan Jones. Sweeping handball. Maintain possession here as they run through half forward, not sure what to do, so he just kicks it high and long. Owen Hewlett's got to fly and bring the ball to ground. No. It's a free kick now. McDonald's got the advantage, needs to kick this goal. No. Couldn't bring it back. Heard the whistle. I reckon if he hadn't have been stopped, he would have just kept going and kicked that goal. But the ball comes back into play immediately. The numbers are there for the ball. There's Lockie Williams again. Got himself into all sorts of trouble. Well tackled. Got to go back and take the free kick, and they're into him too.
As you would be. They need to get back in the game.
Yeah, they do. They need some spark.
That was an interesting kick out though. He kicked to one YC player on 3 Bonbeach.
Jeez.
And there's a terrible kick, goes inside 50, but Kyle Hutchison takes the mark, gives it to Lester, no one forward of him, so he gives it to LaFontaine, gets around an opponent easy, takes a bounce in the middle of the ground, then goes with the barrel up towards full forward, foot race on Painter. Where's Brunn? He's there as well. Bonbeach working back in numbers now. They needed to. They're still in with a chance. Lachlan Rain tapped it over his head. Ball spills out and they get out of trouble. Luckily, Vassilo wins the footy. Handball to Casey. Got something shorter as well. It's Trowell. Right foot kick now, a kick in hope. Hewlett's got 3 to beat. Needs to grab the ball. He did. Gave it to McDonald. He's got a couple to beat as well. Well tackled though. It was Vassilo. No, it wasn't. It was McDonald. The 7 and the 1s look the same.
He saw on Hewlett out in the middle of the ground there, boys.
He's not having a good day. He's not having a good day. He's just got winded, I think.
Yeah, just got one in the guts.
So Hogan. Good play there by Eames. Hutchison got the left foot to it, up towards the 50-metre line. Ball hits the deck. Tacking the footy there was Hogan. Needs support. He's got it in Sykes. Another one over the top. Finds Bailey. That's on in the back half, boys. Little handball comes out. Now they're off to the races. Kick inside 50. Where's Trent Dennis-Lane? Not there, but Owen Hewlett takes the mark. About 45 metres out, slide angle outer side of the ground.
Had a lot of space then, didn't he?
Did.
I think his opponent just lost him when he got one in the guts and just floated back into that forward line.
So Owen Hewlett, this would be great for his confidence if he can nail this one. Geez, Bonbeach need it. They've kicked 4 in a row, have Frankston YCW. They trailed by 4 points at quarter time. Owen Hewlett comes in, has a shot at goal. He's kicked it pretty lean, I reckon. It's gone through for a behind, 2-3-15. YCW 5-3-33. It's 18 points the difference, 13 gone.
And young Gilrenous has come off for a spell. He's been good this quarter.
Gary Carpenter couldn't take the mark. There's LaFontaine again. Kicks the ball to the running Brun. He's got his name written all over it. That's a wonderful mark, Anthony Brun.
Geez, he landed awkwardly there, though. He could be in some pain here.
It's again that one over the back there. They're so good at bringing the defenders up and then losing them over the back. And the key to that, the key to that is LaFontaine. LaFontaine's having a ripper quarter. He's been drilling that ball over the top. Defender's nightmare though. You just lose your opponent. You're trying to track the ball, and all you know that even if he doesn't mark it, he's got space in front of him to keep working into.
It's that quick ball movement, isn't it? They get that quick kick out the back, and you know, LaFontaine runs onto it, and the forwards are quick to move.
So Brun coming in now, will kick from 45 directly in front. His hand went in the air the minute he kicked it.
He's in a bit of pain though, Brun.
He's kicked 6 goals, 339 to 2-3-15. We're out to 24 points now, gentlemen. That's Anthony Brun's first goal for the afternoon.
Good to see he's staying on, but geez, he looks very proppy.
Yeah, he's
like a sore back, like an old man, isn't he?
He is. He needs a frame.
I think the pain would have gone away a little bit when he kicked that goal.
Well, he kicked it quite well, didn't he? Actually, so there was no effects from the fall with the kick.
This is where Bonbeach need to get on top. Really struggling in the centre clearances.
So the ball hits the deck. Rain. There's Hutchison. Head over the footy. Big tackle laid on him there by Vassilo, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up.
How big's LaFontaine been in the last few minutes? His length of kick just to really break open the Bonbeach defence has been huge.
And his run, he runs 15 before he kicks it, so he's that sort of 70-metre player.
So the ball spills out. Bailey, handballed and hoped. And Anthony Barry, once again, that's good hands by the big fella in Rain. Little kick inside was a ripper, finds Butland on the slide, and he takes the mark about 50 metres out from goal. So it's one-way traffic at the moment. It's danger signs for Bonbeach, because when YCW get in front to 4 or 5 goals.
Well, the worry too is he just lines up for goal, but the worry is they're nearly getting towards what they kick.
So Butland goes for the journey. Ball spills down. Good play there by Hogan. Was able to kill it. Brun keeps it in though. Went the don't argue. No, umpire said give it back to me.
Yeah, they kick around about sort of 57 to 70 points, somewhere around that sort of mark, and they're already sitting at nearly 40 points. So, yeah, worrying signs for Bonbeach.
So Brun has put his hand up. He'll do the ruck work up against Tommy Hogan. So Hogan got to the front eventually. It took him a bit. McDonald trying to get the ball out of that congestion. Biggest calves in the competition. Ball spills out. Well tackled. That was a ripper tackle there from Painter. The umpire said play on. You can't allow that to play on. Oh, now he's pinged him for holding the ball.
That was a bit silly by Scotty McLeod, though.
Yeah, it was.
Should have just let him take the free.
So the umpire continued to call play on despite the fact that it was pretty obvious that there was no advantage.
Well, he took off. He shouldn't have took off. It was his own fault. He took off and then realised that he was in a bit of trouble and stopped.
Ben Hogan kicks it towards half-back. Mark, no, umpire called play on. Thought it could have been paid there to Bonbeach. The umpire said it wasn't. Didn't have first dibs on the footy. And there's the crowd. It's massive this afternoon. And some great pictures from RPPFM. Hope you're enjoying the action, whether you're listening on the radio or watching it on YouTube or Facebook. And there's Minchington, who takes a big mark. And as we said, underrated Paul Minchington for his aerial prowess.
Yeah, he's a great mark for a little fella. One of the premier small forwards in the competition. As Bo Bailey comes off limping, so they're really making them earn this YCW. They are a real physical side. They're not probably known for or thought to be a real physical side, but watch them against Edithvale, super.
So Paul Minchington has already kicked 1 goal this afternoon, make it 2 goals. Kicks another one. That's number 7 for YCW. 7 goals, 3-45, leading Bonbeach 2-3-15. It's out to 30 points. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
And just, a little player like Paul Minchington, it's really not allowed Bonbeach to get that run-off half-back that they had last week. Flannery goes to him and Hogan goes to LaFontaine. So, they've got to be really accountable like they weren't last week.
I think Bonbeach is playing pretty safe rather than taking the game on.
Yeah, I agree. As the ball comes from LaFontaine again. Little handball comes out there from Williams, spills out the back. There's a free kick. It's going to YC, so everything going their way right now. And it's Michael Debenham who'll take the free kick. Gives it over to Lester. He'll want to get onto his left. He's got inside Barry. Gave it to him now. Little left foot chip. That was exquisite. Wasn't able to take the mark. Mincho. Lockie Wallace lays a big tackle in there. Went hard, did Williams. And he was brought to the ground, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again.
What's inside 50s, Voss? I'd hate to think they are.
12-6 in favour of YCW.
The ball comes over the top now. Williams has got it. Little handball inside. Casey kicks the ball 1-on-1. Good play, Lilac again. Geez, he's a wonderful player. Beat Tyrrell out, pointed him wonderfully well. Williams sweeping handball. There's another one. Not sure there was much in that, but the ball spills over the back. Little land ball comes out towards Tyrrell. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. Blind handball to Sykes. Another one out towards Tyrrell. Not sure what they're doing out there, but they are coughing up the footy.
How strong is Kevin Lilac? He's so strong in the contest. He doesn't go to ground, and they can't get the ball past him. And
you see just then, Bonbeach just tossing up with what to do with the footy. They look forward, and you've got Ash Eames floating back there, Anthony Barry, and then the one-on-ones. So just kept it on, having to go sideways.
Sykes, he got the handball out. Umpire said it was a throw, so a free kick down there to Kyle Hutchison. Defensive 50. No point calling for a 50-metre penalty there, Hutch. It was thrown to you as the ball goes to the outer side of the ground. Butlin's got some work to do. Made Carpenter earn it. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
He's got the free.
So was it out in the full, or was it...
I thought he marked it.
Yeah, I think it was a mark, yeah.
So Gary Carpenter's got it. Half-back line. They need to do something special here, Bonbeach. They're 5 goals down. Ball goes towards half-forward. Spills. Little handball came out. Wasn't great. Allows YC. Umpires found a free kick. It's going down there to Bonbeach.
Holding the ball.
And again, a little bit happening off the footy. Free kick will go there. Is it Tyrrell? No, he's giving it back now to Ferraro. So he does like the tough stuff and the rough stuff. So Ferraro goes inside 50 now. Guess who? Eames almost took the mark. Dylan Jones needed to work harder. There's the attack on the footy. They're ferocious, YC. Commitment is outstanding. Up and under. Couldn't take the mark. Were the Sharks. Ball spills out. Manane, he's a long way from defence. Little handball out. Kick inside. Needs to be good. Wasn't to Sykes. Lilac just whacked it on the boot. Foot race on. Butland and Soul. Great work, Butland. Got rid of Soul. Now he's got Macklin Rain on the charge. Can he mark it in front of Douglas? The boundary line's going to beat them both. And it wasn't a great kick there from Butland.
Again, Jackson Soul got done coming too high up and allowed him to get the ball over the back. He's probably just got to play on the hip.
Yeah, too many occasions just lets his opponent get goal side of him. So easy for Butland there just to work him under the footy and get that 5 metres on him.
Yeah.
So Macklin Rain in the ruck. He won it down. And then he just roved his own ball. Good work there by Benny Hogan. Got the ball out. Left foot kick, needs to be a good one. It wasn't too bad in the end, Tyrrell. There's Hogan going after it again. Also there was Campitelli. They're under enormous pressure though, and eventually Ferraro's pinged for holding the ball, and the free kick goes down there towards Anthony Barry. He's got his cousin short, finds Byron, who's got the ball in the wing position, outer side of the ground. Short pass was nice. Finds his teammate in Riley Hodson. Mitchington moving for him now. Macklin Rain is also on the move, so he goes out wide. He's looking for Butland. Bonbeach with the numbers out there. Roving the pack there was terrific. I reckon that might have been Ryan Santon. Kick actually rolled through for a goal.
Bonbeach have put Hewlett back loose just to probably stem the tide, and they've obviously said, look, we don't want to be any more than 5 down at half time, so they've just gone defence.
3 minutes to half time, boys.
22 and a half minutes gone. Locked inside Frankston YCW's 50-metre arc. Outer side of the ground. Ball comes back into play.
Free kick.
Got to be a free kick. Play on. The advantage paid to the Sharks.
Now, here's the worry.
This is the worry. So, McDonald, he's got a couple to beat. Lilac, too good for him. Shrugged him off. Won the one-on-one. Kicked it down the throat of Painter, who's got another one just running inside. Macklin Rain. Not sure what he was doing there, big Macklin.
Bit scared of what was coming there, Macklin, right?
When you have that spare, when you go the spares down there, YC's got the looses across the half forward line,
which plays into their hands because they love it. It's where they set up.
Paul McDonald's got to beat 3 blokes.
So Macklin Rain versus Jones. Ball spills down. Ferraro. Little kick comes out. Byron Buds. It's Anthony Barry. Ran to 35 and then had a shot for goal and kicked the goal, did Anthony.
That's it. See, we saw it last week in the reserves. You put the spares back and then they do the damage across the half forward line there. And it is a hard one. It's a tough one. I know where Hughes is coming from. He doesn't want the margin to blow out. But when you win the ball, you've got to have someone to kick the ball too.
6 goals the difference now, boys. 8-3-51. Bonbeach 2-3-15. And, it's trouble streak for Bonbeach now. I think they're a long way behind in the grand final to come back from this.
Yeah, which is disappointing. They've just got to keep trying to. They've got to change it up a bit, but they've got to attack.
They do. Lockie Wallace wins the ball out of the centre. Here we go again. Butland as easy as you like. Takes the mark against Jackson Soul. Too strong and very, very good in the air. And Butland's going to go back and try for another goal.
But Manane there is a loose, Paddy. I mean,
no impact.
He was standing in the square next to Macklin Rain. They're not going to get a clearance kick.
So Butland comes in and kicks the goal. There's another one. He's got 2 as well. It's party time for the Stonecats. 9-3-57. Bonbeach 2-3-15. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
Go on, Paddy.
I was just going to say, with that the spare down there, James Manane had no impact at all. That allowed Jackson Soul to have a one-on-one when he's down there loose. He had to come out and kill that ball.
Surely he should be standing between the 2 half forwards though, but he's standing behind him, so if the ball drops short, they're in a world of pain as Casey wins the footy. Comes out wide. Geez, that was good pressure from Byron Barry there on Jack Williams, but he sat under the footy. Was good. Outer side of the ground. Gary Carpenter's got to take the mark. He did. Juzzy Bennett's got it now in the centre. Well tackled for Vassilo. Thought about giving it off. Dummied the handball. Little left foot kick was nice. Gave it to Casey. Casey kicks out wide. That wasn't a bad kick either. Going in for goal now there was Benny Hogan. Kicked the ball long. Dennis Lane. Got to be a free kick. Not allowed to run it in, Christian. No frontal contact at all, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you're in the box seat as a forward with that one, aren't you? You know you're either going to mark it or you're going to get a free kick. That was good play, though. Again, they just set Jackson Casey to change the angle, get out to Gilreneff. And Gilreneff is actually having a decent game for a side that's battling. And he put it just to the advantage of Dennis Lane, and he'll get his shot for goal.
And it's where they've looked best, isn't it, Paddy? When they go lateral. Yeah. When they look sideways and change direction, it's really making YC's forwards, defenders work back harder.
So Trent Dennis Lane coming in for his second goal for the afternoon and kicks it. Kicks the goal. They needed it. Bonbeach, that's an understatement. They moved to 3-3-21. YCW 9-3-57. And you can hear the crowd definitely on the side of Bonbeach as Dennis Lane boots his second.
26-minute mark. That's a worry. 26-minute mark of the second quarter to get their first goal.
So they need to lift. They need a massive lift. And they need to change things up at half-time. We saw...
Well, he's put Carpenter on ball, which has had a bit of an impact. But I don't like Hewlett playing spare down there. I just think, mate, get him up forward and let's try and win the game.
So I think you're right, though, Paddy. I think they're just trying to stem the tide until half-time and then reset.
Well, I reckon they did it when they were 4 down.
Yeah.
And now they find themselves 6 down.
Yeah, true. So Jones in the ruck up against Eames. No one got a decisive tap. It just hit the deck. Gary Carpenter head over the footy. Big tackle laid on him, Tony Lester. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. We've played 27 minutes in this second quarter. It's YCW 9-3-57, leading Bonbeach 3-3-21. Massive tap there came from Eames. Goes down, big tackle laid against Debenham. It'll go to Jackson Casey for too high. The runner has a bounce from half-back. Long kick out to the wing, hoping that McDonald can run onto it. He was well held up there by Lilac, which allowed Ryan Santon to take the mark. It's usually a nice kick, Ryan. Kicks the ball inside 50. Macklin Rain couldn't take the mark. Jackson Soul read it pretty well across the back of the pack and took the mark. So McDonald calling for it on the members' wing. Goes to him now. He's got to beat Lilac one-on-one. He hasn't been able to do it. That was good there by McDonald because his teammate there in Campatelli kicked the ball long, but it was a terrible kick by him. Allowed Christian Ongarello to chop it off, and that is half-time. And it's YCW, 9 goals, 3-57, leading Bonbeach 3-3-21. 36 points the difference at half-time. Bonbeach with plenty of work to do during the break. We'll go to a break, and on the other side of it, we'll give you the half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
And welcome back to RPPFM's coverage of the 2017 Peninsula Grand Final, where we have YC leading 9-3-57 to Bonbeach's 3-3-21. Goal kickers this afternoon for YCW. We have 2 multiples. Paul Minchington's kicked 2, Josh Butland's got 2, and we've got Debenham with 1, Barry with 1, Brun with 1, Wallace with 1, and Lachlan Williams with 1 for Bonbeach. We've got Trent Dennis Lane with 2 and Shane McDonald with 1. Now, Paddy, we touched on Bonbeach's second quarters throughout the final. They've been superb. Obviously, not able to get going in that second quarter.
Yeah, look, it's quite a contrast to what they've been doing over the last sort of 2 games particularly. 7 goals in each of those quarters against Pines and Edithvale, and today they just couldn't get their hands on the ball in that second quarter. YCW were fantastic at the stoppages. They got midfield goals, and Bonbeach, I think this time last week we said we couldn't find a bad contributor for Bonbeach, and at the moment they've probably got 4 guys that are actually having some sort of impact on the game. I look at Gil Renoufs and Gary Carpenter and giving him a little bit of bite around the midfield. Jackson Casey, as we always know, tries his heart out. Apart from that, they're not getting a lot. Douglas is doing okay.
Have in mind Benny Hogan. He's probably been the only one running off half-back.
And Benny Hogan's the other one. But look, they're just not having enough contributors at the moment. And that's full credit to the YCW. Vossi's probably got the dominance there of YCW statistically. How's that look, Vossi?
In that quarter, you saw YCW have 18 inside 50s to 9 and really dominate the count. It was basically in and out sort of game for them. They just kept pumping the ball inside 50, and their centre clearances, although it's basically only up by 1. In that quarter, the dangerous nature of their entries forced the Bonbeach defence really under pressure.
And it was the clearances around the ground as well. They really dominated stoppages all over the ground. Even when they're not in possession of the footy, it's their tackling pressure. The ferocity that we've been tackling with when Bonbeach get possession of the footy.
Yeah, it's been a real standout in the second semi-final and today in the grand final. YCW's tackle pressure and the ability to stick tackles. Eames been fantastic in that quarter, giving them first use. They got a lot of bang for their buck out of the stoppages, and he was giving them first use. I sort of felt for Shane McDonald a little bit in that quarter when Owen Hewlett went down as a spare. Every time Bonbeach got the ball out, McDonald would have 2-3 opponents on him because they had too many numbers back inside 50. And it's always a hard one, that one, whether we just go into shutdown stoppage type mode, or do we put guys back? And a lot of the time I find with football now, when you put guys back, they have the guys around the arc. They have a lot more impact on the game, and you saw that then with Bonbeach. Then
Swaney, we saw Shane McDonald down just below us there in a marking contest. I think it was with Kevin Lilac. Lilac took the mark, McDonald just stood there, and Lilac ran off. And admittedly, Lilac had a couple of metres on him, but am I being a little bit harsh on McDonald, or as a coach, you just sort of look at that and go, well, you've got to do better, Macca?
Oh, look, yeah, maybe a little bit harsh. I think the frustration is definitely there. As a forward, it's very difficult to, beat your player one-on-one, but when you've got another guy coming in front of you, it makes it even harder. And Kevin Lilac is a super player, so I think the frustration would have been McDonald just saying, give me a spell. Give me a spell.
Yeah, you got to look lateral as well. I mean, McDonald's been well held when he's forward. Lilac, he's been out bodying him. Probably the only player in the competition that can go with him in those one-on-ones in the comp. So, just probably need to look a bit more lateral-wise. Bonbeach in those exits from the defensive.
What about the fact that when they were right under the pressure there, McDonald wasn't in the centre of the ground? He's your main man in terms of you've got your Casey and you've got your Tyrrell, but you need your best players in there. And for me, Shane McDonald should have been in at the centre clearances there when they were right at things were at their hardest, Wayne.
Yeah, I think he went for a few. Gary Carpenter, Husey put Gary Carpenter in there, so we can't accuse him of keeping it same old. He has definitely tried to change things up to get Bonbeach back into the game. But yeah, I think you're right. And the other thing too is, does Lilac go with him on ball? Probably not. So he might be able to get a bit freer and then be able to push forward and get a grab down there and kick a goal.
The only thing is with Hewlett going forward, you don't really want Dennis Lane up out of the 50. They've got to have that target in Shane McDonald, I guess, going forward.
And Macca missed a goal he probably should have kicked in that quarter as well, and on the run goal that went off to the left. But yeah, look, I think Husey this quarter, we also we just need to forget that half now. We need to address the second half and let's aim to win the quarter by 3 goals. If we can win the quarter by 3 goals, it gives us 3 goals to make up in the last quarter, which would be realistic. What they can't afford is to allow YCW to kick the first 2 and then it becomes a really tough task from there.
One man that's got to really stand up is Dylan Jones. Ash Eames has really had his measure in the ruck so far, just being smart with not allowing Dylan Jones to get the run at the ruck contest.
Yeah, look, I thought Dylan Jones showed some really good signs there around the ground, not actually in the ruck taps, but around the ground he showed some really good signs and started to assert a bit of authority in the game. Maybe the Bonbeach midfielders just have to set up differently.
Yeah.
You can set up to lose the tap, just a matter of how you structure up. So it is always a hard one to concede that, but maybe they just say, well, we'll concede the tap, we'll structure up different, but we still believe we can win the stoppages, even if Eames is winning the tap.
Lockie, we saw yesterday with Frankston being behind by a similar margin at half-time, and obviously they came back in the third quarter and really pushed Sereno for that period of time. Are you expecting to see something similar with Bonbeach, or do you think it's just going to go in that one direction with the Stonecats winning another?
Oh, look, Bonbeach, they'll be revved up after half-time. There's no doubt Steve Hughes will give them a bit of a fire-up. They've got the crowd out here with them, so if they can come out and kick the first goal, then, something certainly might arise, Vossi. It's a grand final, so you never know what's going to happen. It's a big game, big stage. YC just need to make sure they don't come out and, go about their business and try and maintain this lead, because Bonbeach, we know, are going to come flying back out and do everything they can to hit the scoreboard hard, aren't they?
Yeah, look, I'd expect definitely a really big 10 minutes from Bonbeach at the start. It's been a massive season for them, a massive pre-season, and to get yourself back into this situation, you never know how long it's going to be till you're back in this situation. So they will throw everything they have to get back into this game, and they really do need to. Just not only for themselves, but for their coaching staff and for their supporters who've come out today. They've really got to have a big 10 minutes to get themselves back in it.
It is called the Premiership Quarter for a reason. Now, gentlemen, I think we might go to a break, and we'll be back with the third quarter action in the 2017 Peninsula Grand Final. This is RWPFM, the voice of Peninsula football.
And we're gearing up for the second half here in the RWP match of the day. And it's YCW 9-3-57 leading Bonbeach 3-3-21 at half-time. Umpires are on the ground, they're ready to go. Players are in their huddles. And Bonbeach just dispersing now out of that huddle. So what do they need to do, Paddy?
Oh, they've got to get their hands on the ball at the stoppages, and you're not going to stop Eames' dominance. It's pretty clear that Eames is just blocking Dylan Jones's run, but that doesn't mean that they can't get their hands on the ball at the stoppages. So they'll structure up a little bit different. They've got to have they have to have a massive 10 minutes here, a really big 10 minutes. It's such a beautiful day when you look out here over the bay, and the opportunities, they don't come around too often. So Bonbeach need to really just throw everything they have in this first 10 minutes and just see if they can get a couple of goals and get YCW on the back foot.
A massive one, boys, is Bo Bailey out of the game. Yep. Won't take part in the rest of the game. Not quite sure what the goal is, but he had his boot off, so I'd assume it's an ankle injury.
He's come back on with 2 boots on, but he is starting on the bench here, but he doesn't look like he's going to take any further part. He was limping something terrible.
Yeah, it looks really ginger.
He had to be helped across the ground to get to the rooms at half time, so I'd be surprised if he came back.
And Bonbeach not doing anything different. They're going back with the only thing they have done is listen to Vossi at half time. He called out for McDonald to go on the ball, and Shane McDonald has gone onto the ball.
And Alex Trout goes deep, boys. We haven't seen that too much over the final series. Maybe just adds a little bit of forward pressure, a bit more pace down there.
They might be trying to get that little forward back to the 94 grand final when Glenn Cornell kicked 6 goals. They might be looking at to try and get a small forward to kick a few goals.
Called that grand final, I did. That's how bloody old I am. So we're back in the centre again. Eames wins the tap. Big head-high tackle. That's going to go down there to Bonbeach, and it's Mark Tyrrell who wins himself the free kick in the centre of the ground. Now they need to kick goals, and they need to kick them quickly. They need to get the crowd involved in this contest. As the ball goes towards the 50-metre line, there is that trail that we talked about, but Byron Barry intercepted. Defensive 50, goes out wide. Painter splits for him now, takes the sliding mark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hughesy didn't put Trout on there to be a marker from 50-metre kick, so that's what was just perfect for Byron Barry.
McLeod, he takes the mark. Didn't gain a lot of distance. Tells him to go in short. Painter over the top's going to take the mark. That's a wonderful mark. He was telling for the short, but he ended up kicking it longer. So Byron Barry, or Anthony it is, kicks it inside 50. Brun with a couple to beat. Ball spills outside. Little handball. Jackson Casey with some work to do. McDonald looking for a runner. Kicks the ball out wide. Looking there and finding his teammate in Jack Williams. So Williams at half-back, members side of the ground. Goes in short. Jeez. Almost went over the head there of Jackson Casey. He plays on immediately. Goes across the face.
This is better ball movement.
Carpenter, sweeping handball. Goes towards the wing position. Another handball now. Goes into the middle. There it is. Justin Bennett goes in short. That's good. Williams has got it. Half forward. McDonald wants it out wide. He's got a couple to beat. One of them's Byron Barry. He was good on that occasion, Macca. Got himself in front, and Byron just gives him a smile, nod of the head and said, well done.
Well, and that's where Vossi said at half-time, if McDonald can go into the midfield and cause a bit of a ruckus in the midfield, then he can push forward and actually not have Lilac as an opponent. And Lilac's probably the only bloke out there that's going to be able to go, bar Eames, he's the only one that's going to go one-on-one with McDonald. So if he can really work hard from those stoppages and push forward, he can be a big threat.
So Shane McDonald has kicked one this afternoon, kicked it in the opening quarter, comes in for goal number 2, needs to kick it, and he's missed it. So they desperately needed that.
As I said, that ball movement though was great. It was this side of the ground, out to the other side of the ground, into the middle, and then back out to this side of the ground. So they keep changing the angles, which when they change the angles, YC can't get that drop-off play having an impact.
Yeah, well, and it's Eames, isn't it? Eames is that player that pushes back, and he's obviously not quick enough to work hard enough to the other side of the ground.
So the ball comes in again. Here's Painter, sets himself at the front. Almost brought it down. Nankervis. Little cheeky one over the top. LaFontaine again. Sweeping handballed inside. Wasn't great. Juzzy Bennett's able to pick it up. Dodges, weaves, and gets one hard from LaFontaine. Made him earn it. Sykes just holds it up. Dummies it. There's LaFontaine again. Laves a heavy knock, but there it is, 4-on-1, and they're able to work it out as easy as you like. Ongarello, not a good kick, kicked it out wide and kicked it out of bounds on the full, but geez, they got numbers back.
No lowering of the eyes, boys.
No, I was just going to say, if he took a freeze frame, there was 3 Bonbeach blokes short who he could have lowered the eyes and hit those shorts. He went long, and then the 3-on-1 with, and Dennis Lane's not a big fella.
Lockie Gilrenoof will have the shot at goal. He's up against the boundary line, outer side of the ground, getting plenty of advice out there from the crowd. We become footy experts at about halfway through the third quarter as Gilrenoof has a flying shot at goal. It's not going to get the journey. Tried to kill the contest. There was Barry, sweeping handball inside. No, it's probably a good result in the end for Bonbeach to lock the ball in, right forward pocket.
Yeah, well, they're starting to get their hands on the ball, which is good, and they're starting to play this start of the third quarter in their front half, which is really important.
So the umpire throws the ball back into play. Owen Hewlett got front position. They dive on top of the footy now. Christian Ongarello locks it in, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. About 20 metres out from the Bonbeach goal, kicking towards the Carr Street end in this third quarter. They trail horribly, though, as the 5 goals as Byron Barry and Anthony Barry and crew work it out of defence. Ball goes up towards half-back. Douglas kicks the ball back inside. Pater sets himself, couldn't take the mark. Follow the ball on Garello, and here's Byron Barry. Tucks the footy under the arm. Goes towards the 50-metre line and kicks it up towards the wing. Butland, terrific. Just bodied a couple off. Stayed firm and took the mark. Kicks it up the line. LaFontaine, he'll use his pace. Does so now. Kicks it up towards full forward. Brunn wasn't able to take the mark. Took his eyes off the footy. For the ball mid-show. Usually loves those. Wasn't able to bring it back through for a minor.
Quick ball movement though all the way down, like they, from that kick out. And I think Jackson Sol actually bumped into Bennett, and which helped Butland out.
It was really sloppy that because Justin Bennett was floating back. All Jackson Sol had to do was just protect him from Butland then, and he ended up taking his teammate out.
So the Sharks to bring the ball back into play. Members side, he's looking threatening, isn't he, Painter? He's going for everything at the moment. He's been told to lift, I reckon, as Mitchington kicks the ball inside again, going back with a flight of it. I reckon that's Tony Lester, who's just tracking with the Fu Manchu Mo at the moment as well.
I think Painter's trying to get something for the highlights reel. Do you think he's flying for everything?
Who grows Mo's these days, Paddy?
Oh, no, goatees are in, everybody.
Yep.
Go and grow yourself a goatee.
As Tony Lester comes in and kicks the goal. So Bonbeach dominate the first 3-4 minutes of that third quarter, and Frankston YCW kick the first in the quarter.
And that hurts if you're at Bonbeach. Sort of had that shot from McDonald, and all of a sudden they go down the other end. Couple of minutes attacking, and then Bonbeach go down and kick the goal. And if you're a coach, it really stings.
Especially when you're 6 goals down to start off with, and you're trying to get back in the game. You miss that goal. You play all the quarter in your front half, and then a quick kick out to full back and down. Exactly.
So centre of the ground again. Tap down, Carpenter, Tyrrell it is, in fact, gives it to McDonald, and he kicked it. Lovely little chip pass it was from McDonald, straight down the throat of Anthony Barry.
He's playing well, Anthony Barry.
He is, kicks the ball out wide, finds Tony Lester, who's got the ball on the wing, goes in short. Wasn't a great kick there from Lester, allowed Jones to come in. He hasn't done a lot today. Has had a lot of mates, though, in that regard, as Tyrrell. He wins the ball in the centre. Wobbly kick straight down the throat of BJ Credlin.
Just had to lower his eyes there. He had on Hewlett, probably a 30-metre kick in the middle of the ground, and he's kicked it, found his teammate. I mean, just silly there from Tyrrell.
His opponent in Credlin kicks it to the outer side of the ground. 1-on-1. Anthony Barry couldn't pull in the mark. Almost did with the one juke.
His opponent, sorry, Toey. He's not his teammate.
Yeah, no, he's a direct opponent, but it's... I think a lot of it is to do with the pressure that YC's putting on. It's just forcing him to kick the ball long.
So he got bundled out of the ruck contest. There was nothing wrong with it. He was just stronger in the contest than Eames. Handballs it. Williams has got some work to do. He's got a good turn of speed, though. Coming in to help him now is Debenham. Now Williams has got it. Little left foot chip was nice on the inside. Finds Wallace. There's kicks inside now. Macklin Rain. Brought it to ground. Minchington. There's McLeod ducking out the back there now. Is Brunn. Here he is. He's set to take the mark. He does. He was hanging back there for 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's very good at taking them up to the ball and then just dropping off out the back and catches the defenders out ball watching. But really good work there by Eames. Eames is actually, for what is he? Nearly 40.
53.
Yeah, 50. He's dominating those stoppages and getting the ball going their way.
And Brunn kicks another one. His second goal for the afternoon. Another one to the Stonecats. 11-4-70. Plays 3-4-22. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
So Josh Butland has a couple, so does Anthony Brunn, so does Paul Minchington now.
Yeah, so they get that 6 goals out of their key forwards, which is exactly what Cappy would have been asking for. Young Lockie Williams, the 4th gamer for the club. You can see what they've brought him in. He's good vision and he's got a ton of speed.
That little chip kick into the middle there was beautiful, wasn't it?
It just broke it up.
So Hogan up against Eames. Eames did it easy. Left foot kick comes out of there from Tyrrell for Bonbeach. Hewlett. He was forced under the footy there from Barry. Going hard at the footy there was Wallace. Anthony Barry gets pushed over by Ferraro. There's Byron Barry. Gave it to McLeod. Runners are on. LaFontaine just runs out through traffic. And now he needs to kick it. He did. Just did a bit too much.
I reckon Scotty McLeod would be disappointed there because he gave him the first one and he should have got the second one back. And if you're going to receive him, you've got to be prepared to give him as well.
So Tyrrell goes in short. Geez, that big push in the back. McDonald, he acted for the free kick. Now he just tries to run through. He's got a teammate inside. It's Hewlett. He got away. Could have played on. Should play on. Should kick a goal. And Owen Hewlett, the big O, kicks it for Bonbeach.
Good on him.
4-4-28. YC 11-4-70. 9.5 gone in this third quarter.
Very hard to tackle Shane McDonald, isn't he?
10 minutes gone. Third quarter. Hogan in the ruck up against Eames. Eames won it decisively. Tyrrell off the ground was clever. Kicked it out wide. Allows Gil Renouf to run onto the footy and he took the mark. And they get 2 in a row. They need to move it quickly. Trent Dennis-Lane wants it. He's going in that direction now. He's got Ongarello. He bumped him out of the way. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. But here are these sweepers again. Barry, Lilac, now Santon. And the ball, I reckon, has gone over the boundary line on the full. Umpire said no, gave him the benefit of the doubt. So it's locked inside the 50-metre line, though, for Bonbeach. Geez, I'd love another one here. Just got to get the crowd involved, as I keep saying. It's just very dull out there as McDonald swept, but what a big tackle it was. I think it might have been from Byron Barry. Lilac kicks the ball to the defensive 50 and Ryan Santon takes the mark.
I think it was Ongarello.
Okay. Kicks the ball in short. There's Williams again. Thought about taking off. He's got those green boots on, Paddy. Would you let your boys at Pines be wearing those green boots?
They might be Box Hill issue, I think.
It goes in short, and if he can do things like that, you would allow him to wear whatever colour boots he wants. He's still running
going.
and he's going to get it back. Went back with a fly to the ball, and then he took it, and then he had a bounce, and he runs to 50, and rather than just blazing away, he's set it short. Good work. Gary Carpenter was onto what he was going to do, and he's going to get 50-metre penalty against him, is Michael Debenham. A bit rich, but Gary will take all 50 metres of it.
It was exciting build-up by Williams then too. As I said, he has got the speed. He's starting to get his hands on the ball and feel a bit more confident in this game. And he could have a really big last quarter and a half, I think.
Well, I think that the coach, Wayne Capp, said to us on the RPP footy show on Saturday morning, Paddy, that he'd played 3 games previously and had been in their best players all 3 times. As the ball comes inside, Vassilo takes the mark for Bonbeach. Thought about giving it off to McDonald. Trent Dennis-Lane moves for him now, so the goal square is vacant. He goes long and strong. He's given it every chance, just a little bit offline. Through for a minor. 4-5-29, plays 11-4-70, 12.5 gone in the third. Lilac to bring the ball back into play. Goes in short. Almost chopped off by Dennis Lane. Jai Coughlin. Lovely by foot. Kicked it up the line and found Tony Lester.
Yeah, Bonbeach is pressing right up now, but it's still coming out too easy. There's a little half chance here that Dennis Lane probably could have taken, but yeah, it's not working out in their favour. Although there's a good mark there.
Yeah, it is to Tyrrell. Handballed it off immediately. Another little short pass. Gary Carpenter. Geez, they gave him a lot of work to do. Byron Barry. He was good in that situation. LaFontaine, Jackson Casey's in there as well for Bonbeach, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Half forward line for Bonbeach. They trail by 7 goals. Hogan in the ruck. Eames wins it again. Vassilo was good. Carpenter, McDonald gave it straight off to Coughlin, who barreled one to half forward. Over the back, Sykes. Can he get it out? He does. Geez, my name was poleaxed. Should have got a free kick. It was unfair. You can't throw him to ground like that, as The advantage is paid, and Ferraro coughed it up. Then he went for the body, and then he's given away a free kick. No, he's got a free kick. So Ferraro kicks it long now. Vassilo takes the mark at half forward. He's got some runners. Trent Dennis Lane, Ongarello, and Ongarello, one of the best in the business, just wraps it there towards Byron Barry. Goes up the line. Lockie Wallace should have been paid the free kick he was for the chop. And against Gavin Vassilo.
Probably should have just given it off to the runner in Gil Renouf. Then Vassilo, had no one around him and would have streamed into probably about 40 metres out and kicked that goal.
Lockie Williams takes the mark, starting to get his hands on the pill regularly now for Frankston YCW. Goes with the long kick. Macklin Rain at the back. Painter took a ripper. Gave it off immediately to Minchington. 1-on-1. You like Brunt in this situation. Well done, Douglas. Kept the ball in front of him and he won that one. And then he handballs it to a teammate there in Jack Williams, but the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
Really liked his game so far, Douglas. He's when it's been one-on-one with Brunt, he's really had his measure, I think.
Yeah, he's a very underrated defender, Matty Douglas, and yeah, he's making Brunt on every kick he gets.
Ball comes back into play. Macklin Rain, he won it at the front. Geez, that's a big tackle. Their tackle's been a feature today, Paddy, has YC, and that was Macklin Rain who laid it then.
Yeah, all final series.
There's McLeod and Bennett just exchanging blows. Gave each one a nice little one right in the jaw, which was nice. As the ball goes out to the wing position, Gil Renouf, can he gather it? He can't. That's been the problem. Have not been able to get clean possession. Chipped off the ground there was by Coughlin. Painter slides in. Coughlin handballs it out to space. Picked up now there by Riley Hodson. Wasn't clean by foot though, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
He's been quiet, hasn't he, Hodson?
Yeah, I was just thinking that he hasn't done a lot, but what he has done is he's engaged Manane. Manane was really good last week in the drive off half-back, so Manane's had no impact off half-back, so he might even be playing a defensive forward role.
Campitelli takes the mark. Now he comes out wide, looking there for Jack Williams. Wasn't a great kick though. Sweeping handball to Hogan. He overran it. He needs some support. Gives it to Campitelli. Half forward. Jones in the box seat. Needs to take the mark. Byron Barry did well. Christian Ongarello came to support and they worked the ball over the line and out of bounds.
Geez, they don't give you anything, do they?
No.
They give you nothing. Like, that could have been an easy mark then to Jones, and Barry could have just conceded. You know, we're 7 goals up. They do not give you a sniff.
In that sort of situation, it's easy for the defender to interfere, but he didn't, and he did well.
Coughlin gets a kick out of the congestion. Only there as far as Bennett gave it off to Casey. Another one to Ferraro. Goes in short. Carpenter's got it on the wing. Or at half forward, in fact. This is where they're falling down. He kicks it to a hot spot. Dennis Lane's got to jump at it. Couldn't take the mark. Gets knocked down. Coughlin. Just a little short pass outside the boot. Wasn't good enough there. That was for Santon. Big tackle laid. Ferraro just went with the one juke. On cue there is Riley Hodson, who kicked it into space. Minchington. Oh, Douglas went without it. Minchington fresh air. He tried to bang it on there towards Brun. Now they dive on top of it. Comedy of errors there for both teams.
Yeah, geez, he was let off there, Douglas, wasn't he? Left his opponent in Brun and just didn't bend down to pick the ball up.
You don't reckon Brun would be spewing it, because once it went past him, you would have thought he's a lay-down Mazaire goal, straight over the top, and Minchington couldn't hit the ball forward.
Great tap it was there by Macklin Rain. Tapped it down. LaFontaine doing the power of body work in there, laying big tackles. The umpire will come in and throw it up. Half forward line.
That spoil before of Ongarello on Dennis Lane was elite. He just timed it beautifully. Danny Frawley would have been very, very impressed with that.
He would have. Macklin Rain again. Gave it to McLeod. Ferraro took the hit. Umpires found a free kick. And there it is. Justin Bennett's been sucked in there by Scott McLeod. They've been going toe-to-toe for the last 5 minutes. And McLeod now wins a free kick. Kicks it inside 50. Butland got himself in front. Hogan. He dropped what he should have taken. Jackson Soul gets it, boots it long out to the wing. He's got to take the mark, when he does. So Hewlett takes the mark. Plays it immediately. Not a great handball to Casey. He was able to pick it up, though. Kicks it inside 50. 2-on-2. Ball spills down. Dylan Jones up against Ongarello. Onga doesn't lose too many of these ones. He'll want the boundary line. Couldn't find it. Jones kept it in. Vassilo, little left foot chip. Kicks it inside. Well done there by Coughlin. Laid the tackle on Trent Dennis Lane. And once again they work it out towards defensive 50. But that was an outstanding mark. No, should have been paid. Williams grabs it. Left foot kick. Goes up the line. Painter in the van. Couldn't take the mark.
How measly is that YC defence? There's probably 3 opportunities in for Bonbeach to score a goal, and YC gave them absolutely nothing.
So Douglas has got the ball inside, gives a handball out. Sykes. Flannery had his back to the play, and as a result was just pinged the minute he took possession of it.
So that was Hodgson do that tackle then.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, from a coaching point of view, you'd be
Stoked.
not everyone can get 30 possessions, but just play your role, and he's doing that well.
So Macklin Rain up against Hogan. Macklin Rain dominating there. Little right foot kick. Goes towards the centre of the ground. Santon was held on to. Umpire said no. Lockie Wallace. Ball spills out. There's Williams again. Lester. Santon. Geez, he got that one smothered as he went to handball. Little one comes out now. Bonbeach just trying to work it forward. Goes to the wing. Gary Carpenter gives one on the outside. Now right foot kick up towards 50. Jones tries to get back. Dennis Lane over the back. In hot pursuit is Credlin. Lane went off the ground. Clever. Didn't bend over to pick it up. He knew he had the heat behind him, and he kicked the goal, and it's back to 6 goals. They've kicked the last 2, the Sharks.
Yeah, they probably need another 2 quickies. Two quick goals. We said at half-time when you're out in the middle of the oval that if they can win this quarter by 3 and give themselves 3 goals to make up in the last quarter, they'd give themselves every opportunity. So this next sort of 10-minute period is going to be really important for Bonbeach.
2-2 to 2-1 this quarter in favour of Bonbeach. So they've made it up by 1 point. So by that basis, Paddy, they need probably 3.
Yep.
So Hogan in the middle of the ground up against Ash Eames, and this has been a mismatch, this one. And it is again as the ball spills out. Goes there towards Wallace, goes inside, was nice. Anthony Barry always has so much time. Gave it to Weems in the centre of the ground, kicks it inside 50. Minchington couldn't take the mark. Sol was good, gave it to Flannery. Flannery now runs to defensive 50, kicks it up the line, looking for Carpenter. Couldn't take the mark, could have got the arms chopped. Good work down there. That was by Benny Hogan.
That last centre clearance there, you can see how the Bonbeach boys set up on the outside, knowing that they were going to lose the tap more than likely, and but then one of the boys got sucked into the contest, which allowed Wallace to get the ball.
So the ball spills out. Casey had the arm pinned. The umpire said play on. I thought he was stiff. But the ball spills out now. Going hard at the ball is McLeod. Couldn't keep it in. And Tyrrell sees him over the line and out of bounds, outer side of the ground. Right in front of the Brian Mace grandstand here at Frankston Park. 21.5 gone in the third quarter. YC 11-4-70. Bonbeach 5-5-35. McDonald, he gets the ball out of the ruck, runs towards half forward, and he unloads with a 70-metre bomb. Not sure that was required, especially when you look at Jones, Trowell and Owen Hewlett all sitting in there.
This long kicking, and we've said it right throughout the final series, the long kicking with YCW, they rub their hands together and lick their lips. You got to lower your eyes and hit those easy options.
So it's locked inside the right forward pocket for Bonbeach. Ball comes down. McDonald, can he recoup? No, he can't. Credlin gave it there to Barry, to another Barry. So that was Anthony to Byron. Now Santon's got it. Sykes thought about dropping him.
It's a good kick. He split the 2 Bonbeach boys. A great kick.
He did. So Ryan Santon's got the footy at half back. Goes in short. Wasn't a great kick. That's out of bounds on the full, I reckon. Against LaFontaine. And it'll go down there towards Jack Williams, who wins the footy and kicks the ball towards half forward. Hewlett's got to fly, but there he is again. And Dylan Jones slaps his hands at the back. Knew he should have gone with him. Ash Eames read the ball beautifully.
So predictable, that Towie, so predictable.
Ryan Santon, he's got plenty of time. Just as assesses his options. Goes out wide. There's Ongarello.
It's been good today, hasn't he? He's had a good final series, Ongers.
Oh, absolutely. Half back. Looks to go to the centre of the ground. This bloke's been all right too, Anthony Barry, and then he gave it off immediately to B.J. Credlin. Goes up towards Butland. Pretty strong in the contest usually. Gary Carpenter trying to work hard for the Bonbeach Football Club. Handball out to Casey. He was poleaxed there by Minchington. Now they're calling for holding the ball. Umpire said no. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. 50 metres out from YCW's goal.
The ferocity's been fantastic by YC so far, hasn't it? Just every time Bonbeach player gets hands on the footy, they're really tackling to hurt.
They are. Ball comes out now. Manane kicks the ball out wide, looking for Hewlett. Boundary line's going to beat him. Over it goes again, outer side of the ground, 5-5-35. Bonbeach YCW 11-4-70. 23.5 gone in the third quarter.
Well, you even look at like the body shape of like a painter. Like he's only 18 years of age, but he's really got a mature man's body. They do a lot of work in the gym and a lot of work outside the footy club.
So Tyrrell gave it off there to McDonald. Another one. Went across to Williams. Thought he bit off more than he could chew. Goes inside looking for Jones. Couldn't get down far enough. His opponent could in Byron Barry. Sweeping handball. McLeod went for the fend off. Got away with it. Credlin's got it again now. Left foot kick. Goes up towards half forward. Mismatch in height. Good play Ferraro. Handballs it off there to Ben Hogan. But the boundary beats them all and over it goes. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play.
Considering the decision yesterday, the surprising decision to get a tap Scott BAG, what about Ongara's performance at the moment, Swaney?
Oh, he'd be up there. He'd definitely be up there. I think him, LaFontaine and Anthony Barry would be right up there for the BAG honours at the moment. And obviously Eames' dominance in the ruck would put him up there.
LaFontaine was good again. McDonald got a handball out. There's Lilac. He was outstanding early. Went for the boundary line and found it.
That last forward thrust by Bonbeach was encouraging. They lowered their eyes and went short. He just didn't hit the target and put it down at Dylan Jones's feet.
So ball back into play again. Eames couldn't win it. Ball in the centre, wing position. Lilac with his head over the footy. He's going to get a free kick, Kevin, I think. He is. And he's got the ball on the wing position, outer side of the ground. His Stonecats are in command. They lead by 35 points. Goes up towards the 50-metre line. Brun with a couple to beat. So there's a couple down there for Frankston YCW. Defence pretty miserly there. That was good play there by Gil Renouf, who finds himself in the defensive zone. But the kick comes out and they raffle it. And it's Lilac who took an uncontested mark on the wing position.
He had the three YC players, and the Bonbeach target was Jack Williams, who's, 178, 180 centimetres, something like that.
So the ball comes in. Dylan Jones, he couldn't get it. Comes out there towards Nankervis. That's holding the ball every day of the week. Great tackle. And that was by Flannery. He takes the ball in the centre of the ground. Little handball off. Finds a running Gary Carpenter. Goes out wide. Gil Renouf couldn't get there. And the ball goes over the line. It was Benny Hogan, in fact. The ball goes over the line out of bounds. About 60 metres around from Bonbeach's goal. They trail by 35.
Next 40 seconds crucial, boys. There's 40 seconds to go in the quarter, and for me, if Bonbeach are any chance, they've got to kick one more goal.
Yeah, 100%.
So back into play again. Hogan over the back. Couldn't win the tap. Head over the footy there. That was Ben Hogan. Went again. But look at the numbers around the footy there for Frankston YCW. They're hunting all afternoon.
Yeah, they do look a bit fresher. You talk about the breaks and that sort of stuff. They do look a bit fresher in this second half, definitely.
5-5-35, Bonbeach, Frankston YCW, 11-4-70. Ball spills out the back. Head over the footy there. Geez, he caught one high. Caught one really high. The umpire's seen it.
It's a bit sloppy by Gary then.
And it's Williams who's got it. Lockie Williams goes in short. Wasn't a great kick. And the siren's gone to mark three-quarter time. YCW lead 11 goals, 470. Bonbeach 5-5-35. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with a three-quarter time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. Well, it'd be pretty warm being that shark down there. I'm not sure if we can pick that one up as coming from the ground, but a keen supporter down there has got the Sharks costume on, but there hasn't been a hell of a lot to get overly excited about for that white pointer.
Nah, and which has been disappointing for the Bonbeach community so far. But as I said, Bo Bailey is definitely he's on crutches now, so he's obviously maybe cracked a bone in that foot or something like that. But yeah, for the Bonbeach boys, they got over a real dip in this last quarter.
And just in that third quarter, it was 10 inside 50s for YCW that quarter, 9 for Bonbeach, and for the game, it's 35 to YCW and 27 to 25 to Bonbeach. That's more than that. Sorry, I'll correct that. 10 inside 50s to Bonbeach, to YCW, 14 to Bonbeach in that quarter. So 22. Bonbeach have had 31 inside 50s, 33 inside 50s for the game. So just a little bit shy, but they did have more of it that quarter.
But they do. Their ball movement going into, their method going into 50 hasn't been great. They've been bombing the ball and it's played into YC's hands. And I'd love to know the scores from rebound. I reckon they'd be quite high. Every time that Bonbeach has gone in, they've gone in long and high, and then YC's been able to pick them off. And Ongarello's been super in that regard, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Their whole back six has been just completely on top. And the leaders down there, the leadership down there is just incredible when you consider Anthony and Byron Barry, and you've got Christian Ongarello down there. I mean, so much experience. Yeah, so much experience. Lilac as well, you're right. So there's the first tap of the last quarter. Hutchison got it out, running through Leicester, kicks it inside, up towards Butland. Good play there by Sol, almost went without it. Painter's got it now, kicks it to the top of the square. Look at Brun, takes the mark.
Good body
Great
work.
kick there by Painter.
The interesting thing they have done is they've put Dylan Jones to full forward and just gone with Hogan in the ruck. So that's probably one thing that Husey has done different to try and win it. But did you see the work he just did off the ball then, Brun? We just used the hand just to, guard the space, protect the ball drop, and then just took an easy chest mark.
Yeah, just at least keep that arm's length.
Anthony Brunt has kicked 2. This 2, make it 3. Oh, he's leant back on that one and missed. So 11-5 plays 5-5. 6 goals the difference. 48 seconds gone in the final quarter of this 2017 Peninsula Division Grand Final between the Stone Cats, who are looking for 4 in a row. Bonbeach, their first flag since 1984. Shane McDonald to bring the ball back into play. Goes to the outer side. Big leap there from Carpenter. Couldn't take the mark. Ball spills down. Good smother. It was. Comes out there towards Ben Hogan. Sweeping handball. Finds Jackson Casey on the wing. Goes long. Wasn't a great kick. Didn't give Jackson Soul any opportunity. BJ Credlin took the mark. It wasn't Jackson Soul. It was Trent Dennis-Lane.
I mean, they had clear possession of that footy and were streaming down, and just a wasted opportunity, Jackson Casey then. That was just a silly kick. You either keep running in those situations or you make sure you hit him on the tit.
Yeah, they haven't done well with their ball use today. And I guess that's a lot of it is to do with the pressure of the contest and the pressure that YC puts on. Good
play there by Jack Williams. Put his head over the footy. Was lucky not to get a free kick. Umpire Josh Shields comes in, says, "Give it to me, lads." We'll throw it up again on the outer side of the ground. Wing position. 11-5-71, Bonbeach 5-5-35. Umpiring's been terrific over this grand final series, boys.
Yeah, it has been really good.
Number of umpires have debuted, and it's been great for the men in green.
And women, we've had a few women do the finals as well.
Correct.
This year.
We had Kimberley do it yesterday. She was outstanding. Not overawed by the occasion at all, as Eames just thumps it forward. Painter was clever, didn't take possession of the footy, just dropped it at his knees, and now he kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. Sol this time, attacked the footy, goes in short, wasn't a great kick. LaFontaine takes the mark as easy as you like. So there's McLeod, he's up against the wing position, out comes Brun, takes the mark.
Jeez, he called that, didn't he, LaFontaine? He talked them all through it.
He did. And Brun is up against the boundary line. He'll kick from about 49. Member side of the ground. Plenty of red, white and black streamers behind the goals. They haven't been used a lot today. Certainly not for that anyway. That's Anthony Brun's 3rd goal for the afternoon. And it's blown back out to 7 goals even. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
12-5-77, Bonbeach 5-5-35. So it's back out to 42 points the difference. 3.5 gone in the final quarter. We wanted a close contest. We expected one. And it's been anything but that since quarter time. When Frankston YCW booted 8-1. They're into attack again. Brun with the big heave-ho. Tapped it down as nice as you like to Butland, who just barrels one into the lake, and there's one for the Ducks.
Interesting when you watch Eames in the ruck here. The last 2 ruck taps, he's gone like a basketball jumper, a 2-foot jump. I don't know if he's protecting something, but I've never seen him actually jump like that before, and he's 2 in a row.
Well, I think he knows Hogan doesn't really want body contact with him. He's a bit worried about the body contact, so he's just jumping and thumping.
Yeah, but... Yeah, jumping off 2
Whatever he's doing, it's working pretty well for him, Paddy.
Well, he's thumping the bejeebus out of it, that's right. And, how smart was the vision then, and obviously the voice from Butland, but Brun just to do that nice little deft tap down, and then off they go.
So they've booted 2 goals to nothing so far. And there's Eames again, straight down there to McLeod. Second effort was pretty good as well. Jackson Casey handballed it and hoped. He's in trouble there. He's kicked it back to the wrong way. Did Williams. Ball spills out. Santon. He's got Minchington there. He went to lay the shepherd on McDonald. Had a ping at goal. Can he bring it back? No, he can't. Through for a minor score.
She's just not getting their hands on the ball, Bonbeach, are they? And most of that is coming from Eames. He's starting to really, he's been really good all day, but he's starting to say, I think I want 2 medals today, boys.
5 inside 50 to 0 for the quarter.
So the ball comes back into play. Anthony Barry went to punch. Leicester kicks it inside. McLaren trapped it. Debenham almost. Right foot snap. Goes to the top of the square. In front, though, is Douglas, who took the mark. Last line of defence. Riley Hodson stands the mark. Goes out wide. Needed to be a good kick. Puts Hogan under a bit of pressure. They got the numbers again. Brunn gave it to Williams. Inside. Good tackle laid there by Williams for Bonbeach. Riley Hodson's in there for Frankston YCW. And Williams didn't like some of the attention on his teammates. So the umpire says, give it to me. We'll throw the ball up. About 35 metres out from Frankston YCW's goal. Little quick kick came out, was smothered. Another handball comes out. Leicester tries to work it out. Then he laid the big tackle. The umpire will come in and throw it up again. If you saw Bonbeach boys out there now.
Yeah, mate, and you feel worse when you look up at the scoreboard and you're 8 goals down.
Yeah. Ball comes back inside, thrown out of it. Got to be a free kick to YC, surely against Jackson Soul. Oh, it's Ferraro, in fact, or Soul, one of the two.
They don't want to do anything silly now, Bonbeach. Like, just keep playing the game on its merits.
Yeah.
Don't do anything silly.
Well, there's always next year as well, and you don't want to be missing the first 2 rounds of next year in a tight competition.
Yeah, but also just the way you go about it as well. You don't want to let yourself down. Or your club.
So McLeod will have a shot up against the boundary line. Started it right and hit the woodwork. So he gave it every chance. 13-7-85, plays 5-5-35. 50 points the difference. 7 minutes gone, final quarter. Shane McDonald to bring the ball back into play. From fullback, goes in short, looking for his skipper. Jackson Casey takes it. Goes in short again.
Hasn't kicked well today.
No, he hasn't. Kicked it straight over the head of his teammate. Lilac just tries to crash through. Should have been pinged for holding the ball. Williams, that's Lockie Williams. He tried to spin his way out of trouble, but he was collared there by a few Bonbeach defenders, and the umpire will throw it up again, 45 metres out from Frankston YCW's goal, kicking towards the Carr Street end in this final quarter. Jones in the ruck, tapped it down. Vassilo gave it to Ferraro, who kicked it to the centre again. Did not look at all. Allowed Christian Ongarello to kick the ball now inside or towards the 50-metre line. Great play, Painter. Debenham, well tackled. Painter's got it back. Dodge weave, and then got a massive one in the back. Luck's a fortune. He tripped, and Jackson Soul fell into his back.
The Hugheses had to bring Dylan Jones out of full forward because the ball just wasn't going down there and put him back in the ruck. But remember last week we spoke about how you can have all these moves, but unless you actually can win a few contests around the stoppages, those, McDonald starting forward last week, Bonbeach got the ball forward and that move worked out. Like today, start Dylan Jones down there, but the ball doesn't get down there, so you just got to change it up again.
Luke Painter will have a shot for goal from about 40 metres directly in front. Started it right, brought it back and kicks the goal. He's been good today, as Luke, and he deserves to go on the scoreboard. And he kicks the goal. He wants to come off for a breather as well. I think he's got some
a bit of
claret.
Yeah. Don't put on your jumper, mate. You'll have to get a new jumper.
So he's putting it on the inside, I reckon.
Oh, okay.
He is. So LaFontaine comes back on the ground. You talk about builds, Paddy. LaFontaine, ready-built midfielder as well.
Well, when you've got 9 guys, well, they've actually got 11 guys, I think, on VFL list, but 9 playing today, that's just part of the course. You've got to do the gym work. And then that filters through to the other players as well.
Tyrrell goes towards half forward. Coming out there was Byron Barry. Anthony mopped up. Coughlin. He got poleaxe. Byron Barry tucked the footy under his arm. Then kicks it up in the air. Camped under it. Teammate Debenham takes the mark. Wing position. 14-7-91 YCW. Bonbeach 5-5-35, 9.5 gone. Kick up towards Eames was good. Gave it off to Anthony Barry. Pretty slick on the left foot usually, Anthony, and he did. Kicked it straight down the throat there of Hodson. Thought about wheeling around. He does so now. Gave it to Lockie Williams, who runs into goal and kicks another one. Lockie Williams, who's come in for his 4th game of the year from Box Hill, recruited from Somerville Football Club. It'll break Somerville's heart to watch him playing in a grand final.
Yeah, and like Hodson then,
great effort. He could have blazed away, but he went back, assessed his options, and found Williams just outspreading the Bonbeach players.
But they were lining up then, YC, weren't they? Brun was streaming back to the goal square, had 5 metres on his opponent, so they've just been fantastic all day in producing options, YC.
But it all starts here, doesn't it? All starts in this from these stoppages.
Absolutely, and they've smashed them. Bonbeach have been so good there in the back half of the year and certainly in the finals, and they've just been outworked and outclassed in there today. They look a bit sore, Bonbeach. They've been struggling to bend down and pick the ball up at their toes all day, and Frankston YCW have been fresh as daisies. Their ball use has been outstanding.
It's such a tough position to be in here too, when you know that everything's going against you. Bottom line, you just got to keep putting your head down, your bum up, and just attack every contest on its merits.
15-7-97 plays 5-5-35. Ball gets kicked long towards Minchington. Almost pulled it in with the one hand. Oh, he got one high. Umpire said play on. Mincho again trying to extract it. There is Brun and Douglas. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw it up 50 metres out from the Stokats goal.
It's such a fine line, Tully, when you consider that Bonbeach having all the games coming in. YCW, are they going to run out the game? Well, it doesn't matter now. It's worked in YCW's favour, but can went the other way, obviously not today.
Lockie Wallace, he handballed it, was sharked there by Williams. Gave it out to Sykes, another one to Casey, back to Williams, running back into trouble, able to get out of it, kicks it to Carpenter on the move in the centre of the ground. Now that wobbly kick worked out all right. Alex Trow took the mark, umpire said no, thought he did enough. Coghlan kicks it out wide, looking for Debenham. Will it sit for him? He's got a paddock in front of him. Has a look at the options, then he goes to Butland in the square, who took a mark uncontested.
Funny though that Gary Carpenter going through the middle there had the support on the side, just that guy riding shotgun probably should have given that, which would have then drew the YC defender. You sort of play a little bit of me footy when you're under the pump.
Well, Josh Butland has booted 3, now he's booted 4. He's the leading goal kicker on the ground, and that's goal number 15 for Frankston YCW. 15-7-97, Bonbeach 5-5-35. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
16-7-103 to 5-5-35. They've booted 5 goals in this quarter to no score, Frankston YCW.
It's cooking out to 100 points, Toey.
Starting to look ugly.
There's every chance, which would be a shame, because that hasn't been the difference between these sides this year, as Casey kicks the ball towards half
forward. Great play there by Sol. He got poleaxed there by Coghlan. He's up is Jackson Sol, which is good news. Big tackle laid there by Coghlan again. There's a free kick, and it's going to go to Bonbeach, and it's going to go down there to Dylan Jones, who plays on. Just handballed it to a man who was under enormous pressure. He's had a stinker, hasn't he, Dylan, this afternoon. Picking the ball up there is Gilran Noof. He gets it back now. Handball inside. Wasn't great. Allows Ongarello to come out. Slid over. There was BJ Credlin, in fact. Now the cavalry comes and they hold the footy up about 45 metres out from Bonbeach's goal. Inside 50s in this quarter, Bossy.
10-1.
We did mention about how Dylan Jones had to be in the top 2 for Bonbeach for them to have any chance. It just hasn't eventuated today.
It hasn't. There's Byron Barry. As easy as you like, just waltzed out of the congestion. Then he kicked it to the wing. Good work there by Hodson. Equally good there by Hewlett. Little handball off to Flannery. Goes in towards the centre. Not sure what he was looking at. Williams couldn't trap it. Second effort was good though. Laid the tackle. But coming in and tripping in and taking a mark is Alex Trowell. And he'll have a shot for goal. Don't look around, Alex. Just go back and try and nail the goal. You're 45 out directly in front. And you've got a long left foot hoofer on you. So he comes in now. This for their first goal of the quarter. Left foot kick. Well, he wasn't confident of getting the journey, and that's probably why, as Byron Barry comes over the top and says, thank you very much, I'll add that to the highlight reel. Took a nice mark over the back, did Bizer, and he kicks the ball out wide, looking for Williams, who takes the mark, but not before the boundary line beat him. And he'll give the footy back, works it back inside. Campitelli runs to 50, kicks it to the top of the square. Byron Barry, McDonald for the ball. He's going to get it now, but the boundary line beats him. So does the ice cream truck.
They're having a go. Like, you can't say Bonbeach has been beaten on effort. Their effort's actually been okay. Like, I look at Flannery and Jackson Soul and Casey. They're having a crack. They're just not in the same league as YCW today.
Left forward pocket, ball comes in. Soul's in the ruck. Cramping up there was Lilac. Right foot kick come from Credlin. Kick to the defensive 50. Jackson Casey took the mark. Wheels around, gives it to Tyrrell, who's worked hard today, as he always does, and now he kicks it inside 50, big leap, almost hit Byron Barry in the face. There's Ongarello, works out of the stoppage, good tackle it was there by Bennett, comes out to LaFontaine and they're away again. LaFontaine goes with the big sparring barrel. There's Butland, Painter's running for him, gives it over the top, runs into open goal, party time. For the Stonecats, who are going to be premiers in 2017. 17-7, 110 to 5-5, 35. 18 minutes gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. You barrack for Bonbeach. You probably don't want to be sticking around to the end. If you're a true supporter, though, you will, to console your players after a great year of footy. But today, just completely outclassed by one of the best football clubs, arguably the best football club of the last 20 years.
13 in 27 years this will be, Toey.
Sorry?
13 in 27 years.
Yeah, not a bad effort. As the ball comes down again, there he is, he's smoking the cigar. Let's get a shot of that man down there as the ball spills over the back. Comes out, there's Credlin, kicks it over. He's just smoking the pipe down there. The boys on Wallace gets the footy, handball out, gave it towards McLeod, who kicks the ball high. Minchington, big crash, Sykes. He knew it was coming. Mitcho's second effort was outstanding. Pumps it out wide, got a couple to beat there. That was Gary Carpenter. He's tried valiantly today as well, the former captain.
Again, that effort by Minchington, like he could have half-carded and see if Sykes spilled the ball and then crumbed off that. But just their attack on the ball all day has been fantastic.
But I hope he doesn't get kicked out from the ground, that man who had the cigar. It's good theatre, and he's very excited as Mark Douglas kicks the ball out of bounds. Is he going to pay deliberate? No. Good decision, umpire.
Interesting just to see Mark Douglas at that congestion run up to centre half back and was just screaming at his midfielders because there was about 3 YC players at the half forward flank and Bonbeach just out on their feet, just couldn't chase.
Yeah, they don't want to get beaten on effort now.
No, they don't. Lockie Wallace, left foot snap, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, Lockie Wallace kicks the goal on the left. And you called it, Paddy. It could be 100. Well, we're only 20 points off it now, 115 to 35.
Well, they don't look like letting up, and the ease that they're getting goals. Like that was a goal just out of a stoppage where Lockie Wallace was the first bloke to touch it. I think that ruck tap and then he picked it up and kicked the goal straight out of it. So, yeah, look, you don't like seeing that in grand finals, but there's every chance that could happen.
So they're starting to congratulate each other now. Kevin Lilac just on the interchange, having a chat with the crowd. Thought he was actually going to grab the can of VB then, Paddy, and just have a swig. As it comes out there to McDonald, to Sol, gave it a further one over towards Gil Renouf, ran to 50, party time for him. He just tried to take them all on.
I think the lights just went out at the party.
And then I think the lights just did go out.
It was a surprise party.
Because he ran right into a wall of black and yellow.
Credit to Gil Renouf, though. He's been fantastic today. Probably been their best, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you be reported for that, Toey? Grab it a VB and just drink it while you're playing?
No, Simon Goosey did it once. Have I told you that story before?
Yes. Yeah.
I've told you, Paddy. It was wonderful. As the ball comes down, there he is again, Gil Renouf. Kicks it to the top of the square. What do you know? BJ, he takes the mark. Sweeping handball over the top. Goes out wide, looking to LaFontaine. He's dominated out there today on the wing.
Been very good, hasn't he?
Yeah, my oath he has. From the get-go too. He's been outstanding.
He's been the line breaker.
Yep, true. Oh, that's a lovely mark to Hodson. He had a good run at it, did Riley. Debenham wants it, square. So Riley Hodson, the scooter, there's the chant. Every time there's an interchange now, they're just starting to chant names. Byron Barry was signing autographs just before, as Anthony Brunn comes in and takes the mark in front of Mark Douglas.
He is the most chilled out bloke, Bizer, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Matty Douglas. Matty Douglas, boys. You're calling him Mark. His mum and dad won't be happy.
Oh, jeez.
We've got Mark on our team list.
Yeah,
Might be
not
wrong.
in the record, though. So, Brunn, he has booted 3. Has he booted 4? My oath he has. He's now level with Josh Butland. They got 4 each, and another one to the Stone Cats, and it's 14 points to 100. 86 points the difference, boys.
It's just, yeah. I mean, this is the hardest part for any side getting, in any final, and believe me, I've been in that situation, because you, as a coach, you're hamstrung. You want to keep backing your boys. You want them to play with their heads held high, and as you said before, not throw out a great final series that they've had and a great footy season they've had. They've just been outclassed today.
Well, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. No, it would have been 3. Scotty Mathers on debut for Frankston YCW became a premiership coach. Today, Wayne Capp will achieve the same thing. As the ball comes down towards Minchington, little handball out, Riley Hodson, why don't you join the party? Gives it to LaFontaine, right foot, snap. Didn't bring it back enough.
I've been impressed with Hodson. His team play has been really good. And as we said, he started off really slow, but he's worked his way into the game. He's taken a couple of good grabs in this last quarter, and he's sharing the ball. I'm sure he'd love a goal, but he's not going over the top to get one.
Well, he's got a few teammates who do have goals. Brunn's got 4. Butland's got 4. Wallace and Williams have got a couple each. So has Lukey Painter and Paul Minchington. So there's a few of them who have got multiples as the ball goes towards half-back. And Sol takes the mark, defensive 50 for the Sharks in front of Anthony Barry. Goes in short, wasn't a great kick. Byron Barry takes the mark, as easy as you like.
They've turned the ball over
out
a lot.
wide, wasn't a great kick by Byron, and still angry with himself, even though his side's almost 100 up. Trow went out wide there to Ferraro. Now Lilacs hot on his hammer. They just need to knock it out because they've got the numbers here, but that was good work there by Bonbeach. Casey gave it out there towards Bennett. Goes in short. Sol put him under pressure. There's Nankervis. Number 8 for him, boys, if you don't mind. Goes short. There he is again, Hodson. Comes out and takes the mark. Wheels around. Right foot chip was nice. LaFontaine, he's got Wallace there if he wants him. Hutchison wants to get in on the act. Brunn wants it long. He wants 5. And LaFontaine is backing himself to kick the goal. And he kicks it long. Kicks it 60 metres. It's going to drop short. Brunn almost couldn't take the mark through for a behind. 19-9, 123. It's a 5-5-35, 23 minutes gone, final quarter.
If the YCW supporters are listening to us, they really should just start into a chant or a song or something, just like the good old days with sides that are well in front in the grand final, Toey.
With respect, Vossi, I reckon the under-19s have been singing songs since three-quarter time as the ball comes to Lockie Wallace. And another one. Lockie Wallace has now kicked 3 goals in a grand final.
And that was Ash Eames. He's probably, for mine, Ash Eames has been the best player on the ground. He's really set them up. I think LaFontaine's been super. Barry was great in the first half. There's been a lot of cameos. Williams really threatened the game in the third quarter. But the effort, 4-quarter effort, Eames has been fantastic. And for how old is 38 years of age, yeah, it's amazing effort.
What a way to go out it will be for Ash Eames, if in fact it is his last year. I reckon we've said it the last couple of years, but he just, they manage him so well and give him every opportunity to keep playing. Nice handball, came out to Leicester. What a star he is as well. Gave it out there to Coughlin, little chip inside, Debenham. So the old crew to the new crew. And Debenham now unloads from 55. Wasn't a great kick. Kicks it out there. Whoa, just bounced off the chest there of Butland, who's looking for 5 as well. But
there's probably no reason why Eames wouldn't go on, because he looked today, you go, mate, I'm playing ruck in the best side in the competition by 90-odd points at the moment.
And I get a great breather from a bloke who we lose nothing to when he goes into the ruck.
Yeah, exactly.
So you would keep playing. 94 points the difference. 20 goals, 9, 129 to 5-5-35. 24 and a half gone in the final quarter.
And getting that thing called a premiership medal around your neck would certainly help.
Yes. And that probably is the bit of the knock on Dylan Jones. When his side's not going well, he doesn't go well. He needs to find a way to work himself into the game.
So Lockie Wallace lays a big tackle down there. There couldn't be long left in this game of footy. Although they have booted 9 goals in this quarter.
2 minutes.
Frankston YCW, 3 to go.
If they kick a goal, they'll be the 100 points.
It will. Ball spills down. Hodgson almost took it out of there. Congested again. Umpire says, give it back to me. So it's about 35 metres out to the Stone Cats goal. Kicking towards the Car Street end. They have booted 9 goals, which bettered their 8 goals in the second quarter, which really opened the game up as Jackson Casey kicks it towards half forward. Ongarello, how good's he been today?
He's been super.
Takes the mark at half forward. They all start moving for him. Painter's coming. Couldn't take the mark. Little one underneath. Went there towards Hutchison. Back to Minchington. Tried a party trick. Hutchison's got it again. Left foot kick. Butland takes the mark. Between 3 of them.
He's played well.
We asked of him, didn't we, Paddy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had quite an average semi-final, and he stepped up today.
Once he got his feel, very, very similar to Owen Hewitt. They both looked a little bit nervous, but once he found his feet, he was good. There's an injured player down here.
Yeah, there is, and he doesn't look good. The YC players are over him, just making sure he's all right, but he's not in a good way at all.
I think it might be Dylan Jones, is it?
No, Jones is just
Jones is
40.
There.
Is it Douglas?
No, it's not Douglas. He's standing there next to, is it Monet maybe?
No, it's a big body. Is it Hewlett?
Yeah. Oh, it might be.
It's Hewlett down there.
Yeah.
Boys, if Butland does kick this goal, they would have kicked 18 goals 6 to the Car Street end today.
Really?
It's Sykes, I think.
Yeah,
Sykesy.
There's a stat for you, boys. 18 goals to one end, and there's no real wind out there to speak of.
No, there is no wind.
What it was yesterday.
There's no wind at all, Vossi. There is no. I threw the grass up in the middle of the ground at before the game and at half time, and it didn't move. Dropped straight to the ground. This to make it 100 points, gents. 20 goals 9, 129 to 5, 35. Butland coming in for 5. Can he do it? Comes in, kicks the goal. It's 100. 100 goal, 100 points to win a grand final's not a bad effort. Josh Butland kicks his fifth. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, this is Mark from O'Brien Real Estate, Langwarren. My team live and work in this area, and with the local knowledge we have, we can get you a better price for your home.
O'BrienRealEstate.com.au. The difference is our people and local knowledge.
So he looks a bit dazed down there, does Sykes, and it's probably not a bad thing to forget about what's gone on in the previous 4 quarters, Paddy.
Well, it is a 100-point loss, and just a really shocking second half for the Bonbeach Footy Club.
And there goes Hutchison again. They don't want to give up. Minchington flew and took the mark. What a ripper! He was almost bent in half and he took the mark.
That was Moorcroft-like, wasn't it, just on no one's back?
But again, Eames, just that dominance in the ruck, gets the ball down. He has been unbelievable today.
20 inside 50s for the last quarter.
How much to Bonbeach, Vossi?
5.
Yeah. It's just, we knew their second halves weren't as good as their first halves, but
Kicks
not
from
to this
50,
extent.
Minchington looking for number 3. Couldn't get it through. So it's 101 points of difference.
So Craig Nankervis, we probably should talk a little bit about him. He's eight premierships. I don't know how many guys in local footy have played in 8 premierships, but it's been an amazing
I think
effort.
in the MPNFL it was last year's 7 was a record.
So he's broke his record?
Yeah, he's broken his own record.
You'd almost be sick of it, wouldn't you?
Oh, he'd never get sick of it.
No. And Nankervis is only 34. I reckon he's every chance to go on and play again, as is this bloke. And they love him down here, and that wasn't his greatest effort. And well done there by Anthony Barry to dive in, and he'd want that kick back again as he just looks to the heavens, looks around at his teammates, has a smile.
I think he got ahead of himself then, Eamesy.
He did. He should have
tried a little bit of fast feet, and
he just should have
hit
danced
short
around his
45.
opponent.
Yeah.
As Dylan Jones, the ball hasn't sat very well for him all day today. Jackson Casey kicked it straight down there to Coughlin. Sweeping handball, there is Nankervis. Gives a handball out, Lester, left foot, standing start, Brun, goal square. Good play by Douglas, and there it is. Frankston YCW 2017 MPNFL Peninsula Division Premiers. And that's 4 in a row. Congratulations to Wayne Cap
the coach of the Stone Cats, on debut, coaching debut. Not a bad effort, is it? Winning the premiership. And you can see the celebrations happening in the crowd, loving it. Got the flags up, really loving it. And the players on the ground also embracing. They've been outstanding today. Commiserations to the Bonbeach Football Club. They've had an outstanding year. But today, they just weren't good enough. And YC win 21-11, 137 to Bonbeach 5-5-35. Let's just take a minute and we'll capture all of the action, because there's great scenes out there on the ground and our cameras are picking up every second of it.
Yeah, look, and congratulations to Cappy and the YCW Footy Club. Super year. A lot of pressure on him because he was probably, you know, setting himself up either win it and it's, you know, fait accompli type thing, and if you lose it, well, how could you lose the unlosable? So he's been amazing this year, as I said, and he's a pretty easy going bloke, so I think he's the perfect bloke for that job. Congratulations to the Bonbeach Footy Club too. Like the way they finished the game off wouldn't have been ideal, but they didn't do anything then stupid. They just, you know, I thought their effort was actually okay. They just got outclassed and yeah, beaten by a much better side on the day.
Well, it's going to be a big day for the footy club, Vossi. The under-19s got up and won their match, and now the seniors. So she's going to be a big night and day tomorrow at the Stone Cat Cave.
Absolutely, there will be, boys. Sorry, I just chuckled before because I was just watching one of the YCW under-18 players get shared up by two girls, two friends, and then he absolutely fell down and he just stumbled and just hit the ground. I just had a bit of a chuckle. He won't
feel that till about probably Tuesday or Wednesday. You'll feel that.
I agree.
Isn't it scary, boys? I mean, YC absolutely phenomenal today. Just a super side, and they still had two of their best 22 out. Jake DePasquale and Jake Lovett didn't play today.
Yeah, and Angus Wright played. Angus Wright was such a star.
Well, you look at the 19s. You got Lockie Street that played in the 19s. Angus Wright played in the 19s. Dan Hughes played in the 19s.
Luke Painter could have played in the 19s.
Yes.
Outstanding footy team, aren't they? And well, Craig Nankervis, 8 grand finals, 8 premierships. There's a couple of them out there with 6 and 7s. That's just an amazing story.
Yeah, Kevin here, that's his 6th. Kevin Lilak's 6th premiership, so he's nearly got as many premierships as what he's got siblings. Did you know that?
No.
I think he's about one of 11 or something like that.
Is he really?
Yes.
Kev Lilac.
Yes.
Well, he'd be looking for a big family himself then, as the big huddle happens over there. And, well, Bonbeach just not good enough this afternoon. And I watched them embracing the Frankston YCW team at the final siren. A lot of respect between those two football clubs, Paddy.
And good form for Bonbeach. They're staying out on the ground. You know, it'd be quite easy to get into the rooms and just put your head down. And but they're staying out there. And I think some of the boys, you know, will be much better for the experience. Owen Hewlett today was very uncharacteristic. He just looked like he was overawed by the occasion. You know, so even staying out on the ground will you know, keep the memories for trying to get back next year.
Well, we'll go to a break, and on the other side of it, we'll do the full-time wrap. It's a wonderful occasion here for the Frankston YCW Football Club. 4 premierships in a row. What a wonderful performance. And, well, 137 to Bonbeach 35. It was a massive win, 102 points. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.